Okay, so let's do it then.
Where's our script?
Yeah, right. Do you want me to pull that up? I'll pull it up.
That's not a script,
pull up
though.
whatever you want, my man.
That's a template.
Yeah, template.
That's not the same thing as a script.
Bulleted list.
It's not even bulleted.
It's numbered.
Yeah, because we're not cool enough for bulleted lists.
That's episode 1.
You should probably die now.
Just random stuff. Okay. We won't start with that though. Okay, so yeah, this is a Game Talks again. We have a title for it this time, which is cool. But we made it past the episode 1 hump. This is officially the first, because me and Jeffrey we did a podcast once, and then we did a game talk show once. In middle school. Both, yeah. The difference between the talk show is that we just the talk show, I'm actually convinced that we would have been great at doing this if it was in middle school, because I was so much more up to date on what was coming out back then. Because I just fucking looked at IGN for 2 hours every day.
Oh yeah, IGN editor, my man.
Yeah.
Mr. IGN editor.
That was my plan. I didn't want to go to college, and I wanted to be an IGN editor.
I mean, my plan was to be...
You know what's the depressing part? Is IGN editors go to college.
Oh.
Oh yeah. You were gonna be too good. You didn't even
Yeah.
go to college.
Well, my plan was to be a professional wrestler. We can see how that turned out.
I was supposed to be a paleontologist, but you know.
Is that dinos?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I stopped believing that when I was 10.
Okay. So, anyway, we made it over the hump. I'm Paddy and you're
Jeffrey.
Yeah, and then we have a special guest here.
Yeah, I'm Ennis.
Only special because he's our first guest and he's also retarded.
Yeah. It's the way we live.
It's just how things are.
So, the way things go, Ennis, is we just kind of talk about games. And it ends... When it ends, we kind of cut ourselves off last time because people came back from school. But this time, there's nothing, and it's actually kind of bad. I said we weren't going to talk about this today, but actually we need to briefly mention
Oh,
it.
God. Here we go.
So, guess what Netflix announced?
I know. Oh,
did you hear about it?
God.
Did you fucking hear about it?
I was about to take a picture of it. It's amazing.
No,
it's incredible.
not.
It's something that we knew was coming, but
did you know it was coming?
I guess
you're talking about the Witcher TV
yes,
show.
yeah.
Okay.
They already made a TV show about The Witcher.
In Poland, probably?
In Poland. And it was really bad.
It was bad.
It was really, really bad.
I was going to say, because...
and it was...
It's not going to be good on Netflix.
No.
Either.
I don't think...
It's like...
Netflix...
It's going to be like Daredevil. It's going to be just... Everyone's going to freak out. It's not going to be that
Netflix
good.
isn't good at making shows.
They're not.
There's not that many shows from Netflix that I've... by the way, you can talk about things other than video games.
We're talking about
well, we're not talking about one right now, so I guess it makes sense to not.
I mean, but Witcher... Me and Jeffrey were talking about it when he got here 2 minutes before you. And it was they say, they're basing it off the books. And that might be true. But they're going to use the video game as a reference point.
I know, and then everyone's gonna...
And that's not going to work, because you can't do video games to TV shows.
You can do video games to movies, you can do video games to anything.
Has there been one ever?
Laura Croft, if you count that.
No, that was bad.
It's okay. It's better than the other ones.
Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil
Oh,
movie
Resident
is better
Evil.
than
It
Laura Croft.
has...
The second Resident Evil movie is better than Laura Croft.
Well,
That's the one with the bats.
It has
That's the one
Angelina
with
Jolie,
bats.
so it's really the only one with a big name actor in it. Actress.
Who's it? Well, I guess. Because I can't think of the name of the Resident Evil girl, but she's kind of big in her own country.
We have access to the internet.
That's okay.
That's unprofessional.
That's okay.
I don't know. It's something Markinov. It's going to be bad.
Yeah,
Who are they going to get? Is it going to be in English? Are they just going to get some no-name actors to do it, like what they did with fucking Daredevil?
And another thing, Geralt doesn't work as a character because... Geralt. Fuck you. It doesn't work as a character because it's video game characters don't need to be as fleshed out as TV show characters, because it's you are playing them and you have a better perspective, I think. But since Geralt, whatever, has
no one's gonna
no
feel
character traits.
Yeah, and it's not
He's
it's
really
not like
bland.
Game of Thrones where you can make that work because oh, by the way,
He's the main
it's
character.
so obvious what Netflix is. Yeah, he's the actual main character. He
can't do
doesn't
that.
die ever.
Yeah, if he was like a side character, you only saw him a little bit.
And isn't he
It
the
would
main
work.
character of the novels? I've never read them.
I haven't
I
read
think
them either.
so.
The novels would only work if it told it from like a third person perspective. Like imagine if it told it
if he
from
wasn't-
Gerald's perspective. It would be like
So
in the games when
fucking
he
bad.
like goes to a place where he's like place of power. That's what it's gonna be like.
we don't need to get in why we don't like the game.
Yeah.
That'll happen
But-
later.
But
Which- that
it's
comes
so
later.
obvious that Netflix just wants a Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
it's the worst fucking one to pick. Why didn't... there's better choices. Maybe just making up your own. That's not a bad idea.
That's
all
kinda
all
hard,
the
though.
side characters
Yeah.
are the same. Not even kidding. They are all the same.
It's just... I
Except for
don't...
maybe Siri. That's it.
Even...
Okay.
Even, like, looking at it, it's just... I don't see how it could work. And I don't know what they're thinking. Netflix, I don't know. They might get carried away with all the shows they're making. It's lowering the quality of mainstream TV a little bit. Because Netflix is overtaking everything, you know?
And
it's things now, the things that are most popular are things that get onto Netflix. You know?
Yeah.
Because Netflix officially has more viewership than cable for like 2 years now.
That's actually kind of insane.
It is. But like, in order to get on Netflix, people, since you don't get a huge cut of your profits, or since Netflix gets some of it, well, I don't even know how it works, but
I assume
It's
they
not-
get some profits.
I think you don't get as much, right? Because like new TV shows like to have it on a network instead of Netflix, because I think the network pays them more.
Yeah.
But straight to Netflix things, there's just going to be less money to put into TV because they don't, or Netflix gives more of a share, or you know, it's like a YouTube thing where like networks.
Okay, well, if
Shut
it's a
up.
YouTube thing, then it's going to go downhill very fast because what the hell
YouTube's
is going on with YouTube?
here's
well, it's advertisers realizing like I don't know. I sympathize with the people that are like, oh, I can't make money off my YouTube videos anymore, but it's also like advertisers don't owe you anything. You know what I mean?
But like, wasn't it
The
Wasn't
whole
it like some,
it's a lot of people that really don't have an understanding of how business works with advertisers.
Wasn't there what's it called? It was a Wall Street Journal article that sparked that whole thing, right?
Well, that was with PewDiePie. The first
But like that kind of like
what's happening right? Well, yeah, and then he got
It's like a
dropped
step
from
thing.
like his fucking Disney partnership thing.
did he?
Yeah,
That sucks.
because they want to dodge the
He got-
anti-Semitic controversy.
he got dropped from like everything.
He's not
Almost
doing too
everything.
well. That's why Donkey's smart. He hasn't like moved to some fucking super expensive place or anything like that. I think he still lives in Wisconsin. It's,
I think,
it's
like,
smart.
yeah.
You shouldn't like. When the hell did YouTube is not like stable income at all? It's a huge amount of income, but it's not stable, unless if you have specific like intimate relations with an advertiser.
Yeah, like the people that like, unless you're like one of the people that like their channel is just still PG, so you still get the advertisers.
Yeah.
like that. If you're doing that,
But even
knowing
then,
you-
it's still like volatile, and you
Yeah.
can still not be popular anymore.
which is why Twitch is going to overtake YouTube and like.
Which in certain facets,
Yeah.
I mean,
not everything.
Not
I think
everything, no,
YouTube
but, like, it's
YouTube
just-
will go back to being like viral videos and vlogs, and
oh Jesus,
it'll kind of suck.
It's
I
base,
honestly
it's base
think so.
state.
Yeah, or people that don't care about the money. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine too.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a good amount of those too. It's like people that just kind of like.
yeah.
Like
It
a-
started with Philip DeFranco though.
What?
I don't know who that is.
He's a news guy, and he got his videos demonetized because advertisers were like, "What the fuck? I don't want my ads being on some news report about terrorism or something like that," which is totally fair.
Yeah.
Everyone took Philip DeFranco's side at first, but then you just got to realize the practicality of it. It's like, I think the way YouTube does it is they put everything in like these. They tag everything. They'll say like, this is controversial. This has language or something.
Yeah, and then
They
like,
need to go
ads
a little bit-
based on that.
They're shooting themselves in the foot by being so general about it. Like they should say like, okay, but this is a really popular channel, so maybe you should just watch it and come to conclusions about it specifically.
Also, they're
Like H3H3, for example. Like, I feel like if advertisers were actually watching the videos, because they're obviously not. It's YouTube people are watching it, labeling it, and advertisers are going, okay, anything with that label, I don't want to advertise.
Well, I don't think YouTube people are watching. I think there's a system that goes through and
it's
it
people
for
are
them.
people are paid to go through
YouTube
and label
Heroes.
things. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no.
YouTube
Heroes is something bad.
Mass flagging.
Mass
Yeah.
flagging.
Mass flagging.
The more
Mass
you
censorship.
flag, the higher you go up. It's so bad.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh wow.
You get like promoted for flagging more things. It's like, why would you? In
It's
a community
ridiculous.
full of people who are like 13 years old and just love to hate things, why would you give them that power and then make them feel like a hero for it?
Yeah, that's not smart.
Yeah.
Game Talks, everybody, where we don't talk about video
Game
games.
Talks.
All
Well,
right.
we were talking about The Witcher for a second.
Yeah.
And then it turned
The
into
Witcher-
YouTube.
The Witcher's something else though. But really quick about Netflix. I think so many people like Netflix because they view it as sort of like a crusader against like cable and 4net neutrality and stuff like that. That a lot of
Netflix
people,
is so.
people want to support it, and people want to like the shows, so they get it in their head that the shows are good. Well, except for like, is Bill Nye Netflix? Some
Yeah,
shows are just so
it is.
bad.
Yeah, the new
that-
Bill Nye's
that's unforgivable.
I'll give like the first half of the first season of Daredevil, and I guess F is for Family is okay.
I haven't seen.
And
I've seen
and
Daredevil.
Netflix is really good for stand-up comedy. That's one thing.
There's a lot of
yeah.
stand-up comedy special on
It's
Netflix.
way
now.
easier to make a special now because you don't need TV time anymore for it.
Also, Netflix is just like, at least for the viewer, it's easy to navigate. Like, you don't have to wait for an allotted time for something to come on.
but
You
it's
just
still
get
it still lowers the quality in my opinion.
Yeah.
The straight to Netflix stuff sucks. That season of Arrested Development, the newest one,
I didn't watch it.
is fucking awful.
I can't comment. So
It's not worth your time.
Yeah.
But like that show wasn't like. There are some shows that just I don't understand why they get so fucking overhyped. It was like, yeah, it was good for like a season or two. You know what I mean?
I mean,
But I'm not a TV guy anyway, though.
I'm not either.
I don't like TV that much. You fucking watch anime.
That
like
is
crazy.
not TV.
Jeffrey.
That's all done
What is it?
online.
What is it then?
Okay, well, how about
What do you-
has
It's
there
like
ever been
torture.
has there ever been a video game that's been turned into an anime?
I'm pretty sure there has, and I don't know the name of it.
Pokemon.
Because there's been
Pokemon.
anime that's been turned into games. That's not
Pokemon,
terrible.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Chaotic.
Oh yeah,
They're
those
all
are
games going anime.
Those are all games first.
Yeah. Digimon. Wait. Was Digimon a show first?
Are we talking about video games or card games?
Games in general.
Okay.
Yeah, games.
There's got to be a ton.
Oh, can you explain Chaotic to me? How old is this game?
Oh, we're talking about Chaotic?
Is this
Oh, we're
like
talking
early
about Chaotic.
2000s? Like Dad was on
Early
Nickelodeon's
2000s.
once or something
It
like
was
that.
on 4Kids, which is like...
Oh, I know
the-
Ford.
not-
The Kirby show was on that, right?
yes.
So was
yes,
Sonic
and
X,
Sonic.
old Pokemon.
Sonic.
That was old Yu-Gi-Oh
Pokemon
too.
got off when I got into Pokemon. That made me so pissed. Like,
Where did Pokemon
All
even go?
it's like they took off Pokemon right when I got into Pokemon.
It's
It was... It's
so Chaotic
sad.
is interesting to say the least. It's really weird and it's very very strange card game, and the show is bad. Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first season of the show is explicably bad. The second season is a minor improvement.
Is the
I saw
card game
some
good
episodes.
though, or is it just funny?
So
I need to play it.
we need to
again.
play it first. That's the
You
thing.
don't know.
It's
Oh, you don't
interesting.
know.
We're trying
It
to
looks interesting.
Yeah.
Is it actually? Is it resource based?
It's mechanically
No.
interesting and it's not resource based, which
There you
I
go.
actually prefer.
It's like you move your cards. That just sort of seems like a necessary part. Like you have
Yeah,
to like set
like-
up in two pyramids of like there's six like or inverse pyramids like 3, 2, 1 on
Yeah.
each side.
Okay, I understand.
And so like some
Like this. Yeah.
some characters have abilities that affect your whole team, so you want to keep them in the back and stuff like that. You know, simple stuff.
Oh,
And
Playing
like-
an MMO
I
on
see.
on a board.
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting.
But like, it sucks because the
Oh yeah, my dog smells awful.
a dying dog in the room.
Oh my goodness.
Last night I came home and he was lying. He was lying on the ground with his eyes open and he wasn't moving.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, Charlie? And then he just got up and I was like, whoa. Because my dad's not home, like, for the past couple of days or something like that, so I've just been home alone. And it's like, I don't want to have to deal with a dead dog right
Jesus
now.
Christ.
Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I didn't know how to play Chaotic at one point.
I still don't know.
I played it with my brother. We just played it because of the TV show, you know? Because, you know...
Those things never resonated. I did not like 4Kids at all.
Well, it was I didn't have cable, so it was the only thing for me to watch.
Here's the thing about 4Kids.
Oh.
Like, the whole 4Kids Chaotic deal, that wasn't, like... Chaotic was not a bad game.
Oh, and you didn't have fucking
like,
video games.
No,
I was gonna say, I just played Halo on Saturday mornings.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, some people didn't have
just
access
played-
to that.
No, I
play
could
custom
play
games.
video games, but I could play for 40 minutes a day on weekends.
Wow. I'm sorry.
It was torture, and there was a stopwatch.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous. My parents tried doing that once. Or not once, but like a couple of times they would try and bring up the whole like kitchen timer, like
Yeah, limited.
oh, you can play an hour.
Never worked. Never worked.
It's funny because it became in high school they did that one more time after freshman year, going into the summer. They were like, you can play for 3 hours a day, and they thought they were being so fucking generous. And I was like, no, that's so small. Because like that got to the point, you know, like
it's like how often you watch
freshman
TV?
year. That's when the Saturday of playing 9 to 10 hours a day started happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then
you wake up Saturday morning, you play until dinner time or something like that. You go and hang out with friends, and then you come back home and
play more
until 1, 2 in the morning, and then it's Sunday.
Maybe you go to bed.
And then
It's an easy life.
Yeah, and then
It's satisfying too. It's kind of
and then
satisfying doing that.
come on the summer. Yeah, it changes the kind of games you play too.
Yeah.
I would never play GTA during the school
GTA
year.
sort of wears me out.
Well, I don't like having to deal with the loading times and stuff.
Oh,
But, like,
no, yeah.
God.
Like I played Overwatch because it was quick games. I never played like Dota or anything.
During college.
Yeah, I played like quick match games.
Yeah. It's funny because my patience is way higher over the summer and things like that, but like I'm also just like lazier with it.
yeah.
Like I'm so just willing to be like, yeah.
It's
And
like,
then I
I'll
just
wait-
like don't play.
I'll wait for GTA loading time. Alt tabbed so it goes slower.
Yeah.
Like,
Why is that a thing? Like it
Because
Rockstar-
I don't know.
sucks. Rockstar
because the
wants
PC
you to look
port-
at their loading screen.
and listen to their very repetitive
just,
loading screen
they're-
music.
you gotta realize they're like a really old dev.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
Yeah. And like other devs like them haven't like look at the other ones that everyone thought, wait, what the fuck is that, Jeff?
This is a Samsung watch.
You have a Samsung watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice tangent. You want to go back to what you were saying?
I just didn't know what that was. But god damn it.
It's my blowy up device.
Why are my Facebook Messenger notifications showing up? Okay, whatever.
We're not recording the screen. It doesn't matter.
Because Google Chrome asked you if you wanted to turn on notifications,
And you turned
said
it on.
Yes.
Damn, I guess I was a retard.
Yeah, apparently so.
Sometimes we just stroke out. Sometimes, and that's mine.
This isn't a stroke out moment. This is a bad case of the Downies.
Bad case of the Downs.
Well, what were we just talking about?
I have no idea.
GTA
GTA loading screen.
We're talking about games.
And
we-
Rockstar.
Oh, and how
Rockstar
old they
being
are.
old.
Yeah. It's like Rare's not around anymore. You
Okay,
know what I
well,
mean? and they were like big back
Rare.
then.
they were really good.
Yeah,
they
were
made really good games.
Grand
And
Theft Auto's been around for
bad
fucking
things
ever.
happened.
How old is GTA 3? When did that come out? Like 2003?
I have no idea.
2?
The first GTA I played was the freaking DS one, like Chinatown Wars and freaking.
Great game.
What the
I
hell?
like how in Chinatown Wars, if you destroy police cars, that decreases, like, they find you less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that in Chinatown Wars? Have you played Chinatown Wars?
I haven't played
No.
Chinatown Wars since like
In Chinatown Wars,
very
like,
old
killing
days.
police officers or, like, making them, like, off duty or whatever, like, doing aggressive, violent things to them makes you less, like, it makes the search, like, decrease. Which is so much better. I hate how in GTA 5, you can only run. Same thing in 4. You can't...
Well,
It makes sense. Like,
shoot them
oh,
with
you
rockets.
shooting a police officer, they're just going to send more. But, like,
Yeah,
it never helps.
in GTA 5,
You're always better off just running and lowering the amount of stars.
if you keep killing police officers indefinitely, you can do it indefinitely. You will only have 1 star. I killed probably one time I was bored and I just sat in like a corner and I killed 50 police officers. I only had 1 star the whole time.
Why? Did they just not see you killing
No, they were
stuff?
shooting at me. But
1 star?
I had 1 star the whole time. I don't think
Wait, what game?
if you don't hurt the cars at all, I think the cars make you have 2 stars.
Whenever I
it's
kill police
actually-
officers, I get 3 stars immediately.
If it's actually programmed like that.
You must have
I
hit
had
some
one-
glitch or something like that.
I was like with a sniper rifle, peek out, shoot them. They'd be shooting at me. I'd shoot one, go back, pick out, shoot another one. I did that like
That's so weird.
times, and I only had 1 star the whole time. But it was,
Game programming is weird.
it was ridiculous. And so they only sent like 1 police car every so often. They didn't send any like.
Maybe they just
heavy
didn't
duty.
care.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I was in like the downtown area.
It's the best in Red Dead because there weren't like radios or anything.
I never played Red Dead.
If you kill people in Red Dead, if you kill like all the police officers on you and you're not in a town or something, your wanted just kind of like disappears and you have a bounty. That's
a good system.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Red Dead has. It's funny that a lot of the systems in GTA 4 and 5 are just fixed by the whole Western setting.
Yeah. I want to play Red Dead. But I really hope it comes to PC. It might.
Red
come to
Dead
Switch.
2?
Is that
Wait, really?
Yes, Rockstar's working with Nintendo. It's one of the titles.
Wait, why?
Yeah, what else would they put on the Switch? They're not going to put GTA 5 on the Switch.
Put Skyrim on the Switch.
They're putting Call of Duty on the Switch, I think.
They've never explicitly said, by the way, that Skyrim's coming to the Switch.
They showed Skyrim on the Switch.
They've shown it on the Switch, and Bethesda's talked about it. Oh, you know what?
Todd Howard.
No, I think Todd Howard said in the Switch conference that Skyrim's coming to the Switch.
Yeah,
Todd-
I was pretty sure that we were gonna get Skyrim.
Yeah.
Todd Howard wants you to buy his game again.
I don't know why.
Again, this is like the
That's
fourth
not even
time
Fallout
he's
4.
selling this
It's
game.
Skyrim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is like
2 games.
This is
back.
the fourth time.
5 years old. A 5-year-old game.
It's older than that.
People
Came
are
out in
probably
2011.
gonna
It's
buy-
6 years old.
It's
3
almost
times.
6 years old.
Is it 3 or 4? Because there was
2012.
the original Skyrim.
2012.
There's
Skyrim
definitive
came out
edition.
November 11th, 2011.
So almost 6 years old.
Yeah.
Almost.
So there was the normal release, definitive edition. Then there was another release for next gen consoles, right?
That was a part of Definitive Edition.
The
Was that part
definitive
of
no, the
definitive?
definitive edition was just something
With the
they made.
enhanced
It,
water.
when they were done with DLC, they were just like, you could just buy this. It's just a bundle. It wasn't anything like
But like
they
it's
didn't
still-
put any work into it.
it's
The
still-
devs didn't do.
Oh no, they
anything.
did
They did the legendary.
They did
edition. I have
legendary edition was the
that,
other
which
one.
is every
I knew there was
Elder
at least
Scrolls game and every like major DLC.
Was it
You don't
least-
get horse armor or anything like that for
Yeah.
Oblivion. Oh man, Skyrim didn't have any micro DLC, which is crazy. That back in a 2006 game had micro
Well,
DLC, but then they shook it off in 2011.
Well, micro DLC. I don't know. Home and Hearth kind of feels like it's like what, $3?
Oh, is that the one Hearthfire?
yeah, Hearthfire. I'd say Hearthfire is a micro DLC because it's
But
like,
it really isn't though. Like
yeah, it is. All it is, all
It's
it
a-
adds is building a house. That's all it is.
yeah, but it's like a unique sort of like it's not the same thing as
not-
horse armor.
It's
in
not like
Skyrim.
a bundle. Not like
I guess,
the
yeah.
Total War games.
It's not. Well, it's not an expansion per se, but it's like
It doesn't
Per
add
se.
like it
Per
adds
se.
content, but it doesn't add like a new like quest or something. It's just hey, build a house.
there's a couple. You get the quest to build a house, right?
No, you don't. There's no quest to build a house.
Oh, is it
You buy
a
a
task
house.
or something?
You don't
like
build
that?
a house.
Yeah, you buy
No, you
the
can build a
land
house.
or something. I don't
Not
know.
without Home and Hearth. I don't think.
No, that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
that's what it
Hearthfire
is.
is like
Hearthfire. Yeah.
What's the best house in Skyrim again? Riften.
there's the one in Solitude I think is really big.
I only got
Riften is like
Whiterun.
you're a sewer rat. What?
Riften. No, Riften.
Wait,
you
wait.
need to get like in with the
Sewer rat.
guy, like in with the holy Jarl.
Oh wait, no! Don't you take the
Oh,
bee
bullshit.
house in Riften?
Yeah.
Have you seen those?
All you need to do for Whiterun is just play some of the main quests.
Yeah, and then you become the
And
Thane.
And
It's
then
like,
you become the Thane, unless you do Stormcloaks, at which point you lose your Thane title. You know that? You can't.
yeah, and
you
then
can't
like
say you're the Thane.
We're talking
and-
about Skyrim again.
yeah, it's happening again.
Yeah.
We're
You
talking
don't-
about Skyrim again.
You don't know about Skyrim. Did
I
you play
don't.
Skyrim?
I did. I've never beaten it. I've gotten close though. I've
Main
gotten to
quest
the
is-
part
the
where you have
main
to go
quest
up-
isn't the game.
I've gotten to
You know
the
what I
part
mean?
where you have to go up and fight Alduin. I think.
You just never fought him because that's the last mission.
No, I never fought him.
Then you go to Valhalla.
No.
No, you fight
Sovngarde,
him. You
sorry.
fight him in Sovngarde.
Yeah.
What's? Yeah, is
Sovngarde is just
is
Valhalla.
Alduin
It
just
is.
like a
It's just
evil dragon
Just a
who
normal-
resurrects dragons?
just an evil guy.
He's just a-
Yeah, he resurrects.
He's just a big
dragons.
douche.
It's just
The lore, like,
I was always more into modding Skyrim than actually playing it.
yeah, that's a. Modding is a huge problem.
You can overload that game with mods and
I
make
know.
it look like a completely different game.
I got a
Modding just
new
hurts
piece.
my commitment, to be honest.
I just modded it and I was like, yeah, this is really cool, and I played for like, I don't know, I got decently far. The thing about Skyrim is you always forget where you are, especially in Skyrim. Like you don't know what the hell you're doing.
You don't know
It's
the
like,
hell
why
you're
am I
doing.
in an elf compound? What am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But then you want to restart and you have to play through the Helgen section again. It's like I don't want to do this again.
It's like I'm in the cart.
Alright,
Yeah, that's why alternate start is such a great mod for that. But,
yeah, but like alternate start gets boring too.
Yeah, we also talked about how like.
We already talked about this last
Yeah,
episode.
we talked about it last time. Did you use alternate start?
No.
Oh.
I used
Oh,
mostly
then never
I
mind.
used to use mostly visual stuff.
Oh, okay. Did you ever do an ENP?
I don't remember. What was that?
I didn't. It's like a really intense lighting mod.
Probably, I think.
Well, did you do? It's like very difficult to set it up. It usually breaks people's games.
I
You probably did lighting mods. You know what I mean? But you didn't do an
I looked for
ENB.
the
I didn't do an ENB.
I looked for the best I could get. I did Nexus.
Yeah. If you use Workshop, you're a fucking idiot.
Whoops.
Remember when they tried to monetize?
Yeah, they
They
did.
tried to make mods cost money.
No, they
Work-
did do that. It's for consoles. You can get mods on consoles, and you have to pay for that.
It's still?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I thought they stopped that.
Not that I know of.
Well, that's their micro DLC right
Yeah,
there.
right
They don't.
there.
They don't need
There
any
it is.
Horse Armor.
Yeah, but it took years to put that in.
Yeah.
Every day Marcello Scory talked to me about they're adding mods to consoles.
Why was he always trying to like
No, he was just like,
say consoles are better or something?
Well,
or
no, he didn't, not every day, like maybe like a couple times a week. It was still a lot though.
Like
In English 4, he would, and he was like how it was. I think it was Marcello.
I
was a
don't know
human
what
being.
Yeah, it
tries
was
to say.
Marcello, and he would talk about how it's sort of gonna be like really cool and it's gonna be like PCs and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you
And
could
I was like,
mod
they're
it.
never gonna be like at the same scale.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
gonna be like maybe small content.
I
mods.
do think vanilla Elder Scrolls games are pretty solid on console.
Yeah.
Like they do
Well,
they
yeah.
do their job well enough. You know, when they come out, they're other than the bugs, they're solid. They don't
Bugs.
They don't age well on console though, because you can't mod.
Yeah, and it gets
Which-
boring after a while.
And you get bored. I mean, most of my hours are on PS3 Skyrim, which is kind of sad to think about. But
All right.
Back to talking about Skyrim again.
Let's look at the list.
Let's hit the
Let's
list.
take
Yeah.
the list.
your commitment when playing video games.
The fact that two of these just don't have capital letters to start them off is really bothering me.
Alright.
Well, that's because I don't use auto correct.
You are commitment when playing video games.
Hey,
Retard.
I was tired when I wrote this. Yeah, I mean that just goes with the whole summer thing, right? I mean,
I mean, it also is like,
I played like 2 hours of Gothic 2 yesterday. I don't know if I'm gonna touch it ever again.
yeah, it's what was the game? I want to keep playing PlayerUnknown. We haven't played it in a while.
It has been a little while.
It's been like
That's the difficulty when people don't own the game.
yeah.
Whoops!
Ryan,
Don't look at me like
Ryan-
that.
Ryan bought it. You don't own
Ryan
it.
I
bought
don't
it?
want it.
It's
Ryan
okay, I
wanted it.
understand. He bought it, didn't he?
Oh, so then we can start playing it.
Yeah,
I didn't
Ryan,
know. I don't know.
Ryan bought it. He played it for 0.2 hours.
We can go back
Might
to
have
playing
refunded
that
it.
then, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sick of GTA Online at this point.
Yeah.
The only thing holding GTA Online
There's
up for me
Ryan-
is finishing the heists. Maybe.
No.
The heists aren't even fun.
They're not. I never liked that.
I-
I'm gonna put it out there. I never liked.
Okay,
That's fine. And Tron.
And I
Tron
always
is the
do that.
only other thing
Tron,
keeping
I'm
me
getting
in.
sick of Tron. It's like
It's
the
getting
same
repetitive,
shit.
yeah.
It's the same shit.
Same game mode.
The first time, honestly, the first time I played it was, oh, godlike. But, yeah,
I
it's kind of
figured
falling
it
off
out,
now.
but it's like okay, you've got the bunny
It's just
hop,
the
it doesn't
problem
work.
with sandbox
The bunny
games.
hop that doesn't work, the time slip that does jack shit
Time-
for you.
It's like
And the boost, which is the best thing in the game.
how does this help me?
Yeah, I don't know. I think heists in online are just they're like fun, right? Like the first time
Yeah.
through, it's like
the
that's
illusion
fun.
of fun.
If you don't fuck up, it's fun
Yeah,
if you don't fuck
when
up.
you're playing it, you really just. I've noticed the strongest emotion I have when I'm playing online heists are I don't want to lose. Like even
Yeah.
the first time through is I don't want to have to fucking repeat this shit.
Because when you have to do prison break 20 times over and you're out like $2 million because people
It's
can't
not even
drive
that. It's just the whole
Or-
the whole
or
thing.
fly a plane.
Or can't smash or can't avoid this to not
Can't-
smash into a rock at the very last part of the mission. After we were doing it
We don't talk.
flawlessly.
We're not talking about that. That's
Okay.
Flawless.
Not,
Someone
not
died,
naming
it's not
names.
flawless.
Not naming names.
Not naming names. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not naming names. No one.
The
we don't need to have a. We don't need to have a witch hunt.
I mean, we're
Right,
gonna
I mean,
have
it
a
just
witch hunt
brings
when he's
into-
on here.
Into basic like competence, right? It's just like
Yeah.
I mean, he's never done parachuting before. He can't really.
I was talking to people last night about the Prison Break heist, and they were like, the plane and the demolitions are the most fun ones. And I was like, I
No,
disagree
you're wrong.
so much.
The plane is so boring.
So
It's
is
so
demolition.
boring.
You've seen.
I like flying.
Fly behind the plane.
Yeah.
I flew behind the plane.
I like flying in GTA, but that is fucking brain dead.
It is brain dead.
It's
like
like
your
I like
helicopter doesn't even have to
transporting
do
people
anything.
places. That's fun. Is bringing people places in planes.
Literally all
Landing
you do.
and picking people up.
I
That's
like
fun.
Chasing
When you-
people in a helicopter while shooting at them is fun. I often turn off the homing missiles because like, oh, yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
It's not fun. I turn on homing missiles with homing off, or I turn on the cannon's awesome for like. The,
Cannon's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
there's the machine gun and there's the cannon. Machine gun is just like a gun. The
Yeah, the
cannon,
cannon's
has
like-
explosive
It's like
rounds.
explosive machine guns.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I prefer to use that in like dogfights with
No,
Titans.
yeah, when we're at the jet segment, I turned on cannon because like, you know what, I don't want to just.
You don't wanna
these
just-
AI
it's-
are terrible.
It's
I'm not.
fucking so easy.
It's like shooting things.
It's the
in a
same thing for
helicopter
like
is hard.
driving in that game. If you play any racing sims or anything like that, the game is fucking. It's a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
you know how
hand
punishing Forza is. Like you have
It's
to,
a-
you have to
it's
slow
really-
down considerably. You have to drive it like you drive a real car and stuff like that. If you do like, I want to say like 20% of the effort if you put into Forza,
You can,
if you put into
yeah.
GTA driving, it's a fucking joke.
Because your
It's
car
easy. You'll
slides like
never
it's on
crash.
ice.
It's whatever. I spent motorcycles in that game. Oh my god.
Okay, that is actually kind of like I actually like the motorcycles. In that
Motorcycle-
game.
I like
am
the
awful.
motorcycles, but
Oh.
they're so fucking easy.
Here's the thing about motorcycles on PC. You know how you lean forward a little bit.
Yeah.
If you lean forward in your air, you go.
Yeah.
You-
Fucking-
I did it. You flip over onto your head and you die.
Yeah.
And I didn't figure it out until later. And it's just.
Because you're just holding left shift.
Yeah, because.
They don't know like what bindings to put where. Like,
Yeah,
why-
it's like
Yeah.
G explodes. Explodes sticky bombs and retracts wheels on planes.
That's what G does on planes.
Yes, I
Yes.
didn't know. It was like, well, G is sticky bombs, so I guess if you want to retract wheels, you're exploding all your sticky bombs. It's
Yeah.
like every time I have to press I put down a sticky bomb, I press every button on the keyboard until it explodes.
GTA is so close to being like Arma, like this game that just does everything. You know what I mean?
I kind of
Yeah.
want to try Arma, but I kind of don't.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's one of those games that's like, oh, I'm curious, but oh god.
It's like Dwarf Fortress. It never gets
it's like
it never gets to the point where you're actually comfortable playing.
the
it.
heists, especially the heists, are like Arma missions, I think. Except
Yeah,
the
but
Arma ones
Arma
are a
missions
lot
are
more fleshed out.
actually and they're actually difficult.
Yeah, and
They
you need-
actually require
you need like
coordination.
50 people for some of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally,
I-
all you need to do is just not be stupid in the
Uh,
GTA Online heists.
Yeah,
Like,
I-
yeah. So those people I was talking to, they were like, "Oh yeah, the prison section is really difficult. You just need to bring a ton of snacks so you don't die.
Who uses fucking
Who uses
snacks?
snacks?
Fucking stay behind cover
Oh my god!
and
I
just
never,
shoot or blind fire or throw grenades.
I never died. I was a prisoner.
Yeah.
You know,
I-
I've never
I
died in
never
the
done-
prison.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
died. In
The only
prison.
person that died on our thing is the pilot, because Jesus Christ.
Well, I
You know
was.
how to-
The first, remember
I
the
was
first
in
time we
that
did
house.
prison break and then the police car? I said prison break. First time we did
Prison.
prison break.
The police car blocked the plane. I had already taken
We would have gone out, but people.
I had
think
already
it was
taken
me.
a rocket, and it just touched the wheels, and we blew up.
You'd taken a rocket.
I already, yeah. I mean, that's embarrassing to be honest.
What was your first time? You didn't know what to do.
No, I did it before, but it had been a little while. It was dumb. It was my fault. I like tried to go sideways to dodge the rocket. That doesn't work.
It does work.
There's a lot.
You can go down. Down helps.
Yeah, but I just straight up like pressed LB. Like it just started like veering left
Oh, you just
slightly. Yeah,
I do.
I slightly moved.
I do that.
Yeah, I didn't like do anything actually good. I was like, wait, why did I like? I moved the air rudder left.
Holding
or
like
right.
left bumper and right bumper while flying, just like it looks like the dumbest thing, especially in a helicopter. Because when you hold it, you'll start to move, but when you let go, it like juts back. Because that's
Yeah.
just how the physics engine works. Also, speaking of the physics engine, that the game modes in GTA love to break that physics engine.
They break it? Which ones?
Especially Tron.
Tron?
Tron loves to break that physics engine.
I went into the wall and I shot straight up.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, because the motorcycles don't have a base momentum of 0. They have a base momentum of like some random variable because you have to always be moving. Otherwise, you just sit there and kind of like if someone tries to entrap you, just sit there, pause. But because you have constant momentum, if you hit an object at a certain angle, you just fly.
No, what?
For no reason.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think-
because if it had a base... No, I mean, how does it work? How does it
Because
work when
you can't
spawn?
stop. So how I assume it works is that like when you collide with a wall, it's supposed to like drop your momentum to 0 because that's how it normally works. Like if you hit a wall, your momentum stops.
Yeah,
but
then
it can't stop in Tron. You have
Yes,
your
it
base
can. You
momentum
just
is not-
die. You die.
Here's what
No, you get stuck, and like you know when you get stuck, you're like constantly like juddering around.
If you make-
That's
exactly.
because you still have momentum, but you can't move.
You only die. No, how it works is you only die when you hit a wall. If you hit it at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, if you just hit it going straight. If you wheelie a little bit, you can just...
Unless you get
If-
like stuck.
If you turn, if you're in a corner, you die. Or if you're at a wall, you like turn until you're at a 90-degree angle, then you die.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
that's a weird
It's
game
yeah,
mode.
it's stupid. You have to be like full on.
It really brings like what is the fucking replay value to GTA Online? Right? The
There's
heist.
so much stuff to do. It's like
It's,
you
but
do it all once.
it's all shallow.
Yeah, it's all
It's
really,
all shallow.
really shallow.
It's stuff I only want to play once.
It's like you can do races.
Even,
fun with that.
Even Escort like gets old after like not that long.
Yeah.
Like I can stomach like an hour straight of Escort. That's it.
And like
After
even
a while, it's just like
Why is this like that?
you need to put like house rules on it, like no trucks.
yeah, no
Well, that's-
Gatling gun.
But then when you do that, then it's just a
not
BS
a Gatling.
RNG game or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I
It is.
mean?
Because trucks are the way to go. in that
Even it's like-
Yeah.
period. So people like
I feel like if you have big teams, it's a lot better.
yeah, probably.
But-
if you have like
8 people.
8. Oh my god, it gets.
Or 9.
Because you have
It's
someone
like
in the truck, and then
4v4.
you have like a fully stocked helicopter.
Yeah.
People on both Gatling guns,
Yeah.
and you have like maybe
Those are miniguns. Gatling guns are different.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
same thing.
But it's not the same thing. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I don't want to talk about miniguns and Gatling guns.
All right, so
We move on.
Yeah. It's a game that kind of bores me at this point.
like if you're not
I mean,
doing
I've
anything,
never had high opinions of the GTA games. I just don't think they... You know, because my favorite Rockstar game is Red Dead, but that's not made by the same Rockstar studio.
maybe made with the same studio, it's not the same team.
Not the... No,
It's not.
it's not. I don't think so. It's like San
I-
Diego or something that was made especially for Red Dead.
I haven't looked into it, so
But I don't know. They probably helped with GTA 5, though.
But I gotta
Which,
say,
by the way, did any of you play the single player of GTA 5?
I haven't yet. I probably will because I've heard it's like decent,
It's good, I
but
guess.
like there's just
but,
other
like,
games I'd rather play.
it's too edgy for me, to be honest. It's
Too edgy.
edgy. Yeah, it's like...
It's like the whole GTA. It's like I'm trying to think of the word for it. It's edgy. Everyone's edgy as shit.
Yeah,
And
everyone's...
It's like witty. It's
every
like
fucking line of dialogue is some satire.
yeah. It's
and
like
it just
some
gets
sort of
old.
snarky comment. It's like, wow, writers, you really are clever.
Yeah.
It's like the radio. It's like everyone's on their phones all the time. Well, we
It,
don't
yeah,
know
it depends
it
what
is.
state. Every radio station is
Muslims-
just ridiculous. And it gets old.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, especially the radio stations, because you hear the same fucking, like, 30 songs.
One-liner. You hear the
And then the same one line.
Yeah,
Because the guys aren't in there for that long to record it all.
yeah. They get like some voice lines, in, but,
Rockstar
like they can't
games-
just have infinite.
They really don't hold up well, in my opinion, as time goes on.
I don't know.
I played 4 recently, and it's good, but I don't know. I don't have high opinions of the GTA games.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
Yeah.
they're not like these heavily refined pieces of video.
Well, they
games.
are heavily refined. It's just like some of them are just like there's so much content. At least
The
in GTA 5.
driving always gets old in the sense that like after a couple years, everyone's like, yeah, the driving sucks in that game. Or I think people think the GTA 5 driving is good, but you know that
I feel like
that
it's, like-
opinion will change.
I feel like it's because people are like Because so used to seeing like really good driving things and like the driving sims.
But the
like,
GTA 4 driving was amazing up until GTA 5 came out. At which point GTA 4 driving is fucking awful.
Well, didn't they like rework how that system actually worked like significantly?
They change, yeah, but they'll change it again. So they always
Probably.
do like a lot of changes.
Yeah.
5 is so much different than 4.
I think the main issue I have with 5 is that there's so much content that it's not fleshed out enough.
It's
Like nothing, like you said, it's like it's shallow. Like and
Yeah,
maybe
I think the single player is a bit less shallow.
yeah, maybe not for the single player. I haven't touched on it. I haven't looked into it enough to actually like have a good opinion on it. But like in online, it's like you could go around and kill people. That'll get boring pretty fast. You could do races. They're the same races, like same races.
There's
You
a
could
lot
do,
of
like-
people that think the online of 4 is better than 5 because it's just more. It's more specific, but in a way, it's more fleshed out. Like you can go inside of buildings and fight cops and stuff like that, like big like museums and shit. Like, but at the same time, I don't really agree with that.
That kind of like online multiplayer, which is like, yeah, you're roaming around. You kind
of just roamed around.
It's just like do whatever you want.
There wasn't that much to do, but it wasn't as convoluted as 5, where you go into this fucking world and it's lagging like crazy.
Honestly,
There's a billion people in it.
5's online reminds
It's
me
so
of like
ambitious, but it's such a mess.
It reminds me of those like free to play games, you know, where it's just like here's an event, here's an event, here's an event, here's an event.
Yeah,
click our thing, click our thing.
Oh, what
here's
is
an
that?
event.
What
It's
is that
like
fucking free to play
everywhere.
game that's like Saints Row?
What?
There's a free to play game. I forget what it's called.
There's just like so many games I've seen that are just like that, or just there's shit
But Saints Row is just
everywhere.
bad. I haven't liked a Saints Row game ever. Saints Row 2 is like
Well,
that
Saints
was
Row 3, they just kind of like made it's a joke now.
I mean, that's always what it was.
Yeah, but like
they're
it's
aware. They're
it's
trying
really
to be
more of a joke than it's ever been before.
In Saints Row 2, they like the theme song was a song called "Gangsta Bitch."
Well, like, have you seen the recent ones? It's like it's
Oh yeah, you got superpowers.
like really
They
a
went-
joke.
They went pretty crazy with that. I remember when everyone thought Saints Row 3 was going to be this fucking amazing game that you would never get bored of.
Okay, to be fair, that came out at the same time as GTA 5, and I don't even know why they tried to challenge a huge name
No, it
release.
didn't. It came out. Saints Row the Third
Did it not
came
come-
out before GTA 5.
I thought it came out like in the same window.
GTA 5.
No,
came
it's
out.
the newer Saints Row came out in the same
Saints
window.
Row.
Oh no!
See,
Yeah,
what's
not
it
three.
called?
And Watch Dogs almost also came out at that time.
Watch Dogs.
Watch
They're like
Dogs.
if
Oh,
there's
my
a
goodness.
I have Saints Row.
It goes to show how much of a mess Watch Dogs is, and you know Ubisoft has money behind
Yeah.
them. It's like, it goes to show, okay, so it's really hard to make sandbox games.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I haven't...
it's also allowed to make
especially
sandbox and
online.
stick
Can you think of like a single facet of online that you would say is actually amazing?
for GTA 5.
For GTA 5, yeah.
Uh,
Is there a mode or something that you just think is so fucking good? I don't think there's a single one.
Yeah.
That I can say, like,
I
I
can
don't
say
have a
I-
lot of problems with it. Like,
I can say I had a lot of fun with it to start, but like after a while, it just gets repetitive.
I have fun, but it's not good. It's cheap fun. It's fun
Yeah.
that, like, when I first played Tron, I was like, I'm having a lot of fun with this, but it's also, like, kind of annoying.
Honestly, like when I play GTA, like when I fly a jet, or just like when I do something that I can do in another game, like drive or fly a jet, it's like if I'm flying a jet, it's like, now I want to play Ace Combat,
Yeah.
because that's really good. Or it's like if I'm driving, it's like, I want to play Need for Speed.
Yeah, Need for
It's
Speed
like-
or
It's just like
Burnout usually is what
as I
feel.
do stuff
love
in
that.
that game,
Yeah.
it just
Burnout.
it makes me want to play other games that did that specific
It's
system better.
It's the sandbox. It's the sandbox issue.
Because they try to do so much stuff.
Too much.
That it's just like
Way too much. They just it results in a much worse game.
And like I don't hate GTA 5. I don't really I don't like it's fine for me. It's fine. Like it did what it had to do.
It gets the hours in. You
yeah,
know?
it gets
You-
your
you-
hours in. You get your money's
You
worth
play
out
it,
of it.
it's
and
worth
then it's just like-
$60.
It's definitely worth 60, and then it's like it kind of dies off a little bit. And
Yeah.
It's like that's fine.
Like,
every
I
game-
actually think it's probably worth $40 on PC in my opinion.
That's
Like,
just
at
the
launch-
loading times.
Just because
all
they
the
suck at multiple hardware configurations. They just can't do it. Because there's some ideal PC somewhere that they just designed the whole system around. Because that's what it is
Yeah,
for consoles.
like, okay,
it's one hardware configuration.
The thing is-
you can optimize it so much for that, but it's harder to do that for PC because there's different
games
things.
should not be tested on like a supercomputer ever.
Yeah.
I don't like you should never do that.
Talk about things. dicey
You
for
should
that.
you should like
Goodness.
bring up like
Nice.
DICE is great.
You should do like minimum specs checks and then actually
games,
run it on that.
Like just work on a lot of things.
Yeah, DICE is really good with that.
Because DICE, they're not great game designers.
Yeah, but they're really
They
good
would
at
make good
keeping,
campaigns if they were good game designers. Has there been a good DICE campaign ever?
Don't
say Mirror's Edge.
Battlefield what?
Battlefield 1 campaign fucking sucks. I like how everyone just played...
I own
Wait, Battlefield 1 has a campaign?
Yeah, I like how everyone just played the prequel thing. It forces
Never
you to
played
play,
Battlefield.
and that's what Christian, right,
Yeah.
was like, it's like when you die, you like switch to a different soldier. I played the actual campaign. If you die, you die. And you have to start over. You play as different soldiers, but you can't fucking die.
That'd be really cool if like you died and you switched to different perspective.
I just want them to make it like Battlefront. You know what I mean? Like old.
I just
Battlefront,
want old
their...
Battlefront servers back up. That's all I want.
Battlefront
Where'd
2
that go?
But in Battlefront 2's campaign, you can just die. It's like playing Time Splitters. The campaign of Time Splitters is just like a slightly edited multiplayer with AI game mode. You know what I mean? Actually, no, it's not.
That's what Battlefront 2 is.
Which
I really like. Because those battles feel awesome. Like there's so much shit going on.
Yeah. You're like in like one specific set piece. Mm-hmm. It's like an old-fashioned kind of way to make a game.
There's also that Warzone game mode we found in Battlefront 2 where there was 1,000 people on each side.
That had to only...
That was awesome.
I never saw that on PlayStation.
It was
when I was
awesome.
playing all the time. Did you play Battlefront?
I'm really sad we don't have access to that.
That's what you fucking... Like, what's the oldest game you played?
Jesus Christ, I don't know.
Well, Pokemon's from the...
I never played Pokemon. Sun and Moon was my first Pokemon game.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, you've been out of the loop.
I thought you played Diamond and Pearl.
I did, but it was only at like vacations, so my cousins.
You still played it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I played it. And what else did I play? I played what did I play? I played Plants vs. Zombies. Spore.
There it is.
Spore. There we go. I played some Spore.
Spore's bad.
I played that for about it.
I pirated Spore one time.
Oh yeah, you're gonna admit that
Spore on Steam.
on live TV, which this isn't.
EA, Sushi, or whatever.
I don't mind EA, but they make it hard to like them.
And then I think I played some Toontown. Then
Toontown.
I don't know what Toontown is.
I never played Toontown. It was one of those. It was like Wizards 101.
I played that too.
No, of course you did. There was Wizards 101, and then there was that one that had like Danny Phantom as like the guy in all the ads for it.
Wait, what?
Fusion Fall?
No, it was something. With,
Fusion Fall was.
It was some like slightly furry kind of game.
What the hell are you talking about?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's like Paddy visiting the weird sides of the internet.
Once again, it was just one of those like MMOs that was like Nickelodeon presents.
Oh no! I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know the name of it, but I know exactly.
Do you know
what you're
Fusion
talking
Fall?
No.
That was Cartoon Network's MMO.
Oh no!
It was they like made it.
Oh no! I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Fusion
oh god.
Fall.
But the thing is, like, they hosted that on like their own website, and it was shitty.
Yeah, it was so bad. It never worked.
You know, my mind was. When was the first MMO you ever played? Ooh.
Probably either.
Not seriously. Just like tried out. You know.
Probably Fusion Fall.
Fusion Fall. Mine, like, if you count RuneScape, it's RuneScape. The first time I played Lotro, I was like freaking out. I was like, you can use WASD to move around.
No, I tried playing RuneScape, but I wasn't 13.
I started playing RuneScape in 3rd grade, and I never got really into RuneScape.
4th grade, I made like an account and everything.
It's kind of inaccessible. It doesn't tell you much.
Yeah, no, it literally...
In classic
really
RuneScape, you can't even open up the map. In like the original.
Yeah, I know, but it's like,
OG
why?
classic RuneScape. I don't know. They didn't have it fully developed or something. I don't know.
Well, like, this was years ago.
Are you
so, like,
fans of the wilderness?
Game design is like... Real, like, in the past, like, just 15, 20 years, it's just, like, completely changed. It's, like, it's become something completely different than it used to be.
It's become a lot more cinematic.
It's just, like...
Because that's an accessible way to consume
become
information.
A lot more... It's also just become a lot more intuitive. And it kind of has, like... People that design games kind of treat their players like they're idiots.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either, but sometimes...
I was playing Gothic and I died, like, pretty early on. And... It just nothing was happening. It was just showing my dead player's body, and I was like, oh, and then but it let me press escape, and that brought up like I couldn't save the game anymore, but I could load the game or I could do a new game. I hadn't saved the game yet, so I just had to start over. I was like 10 minutes in though, so it was okay. But I was like, I like that. Like, I miss that in RPGs.
The main thing,
people complain about that though.
Then you're fucking stupid.
Where it's like
a lot of people will complain.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about like not knowing what to do. It's like in the Batman games where
like,
it's like
easy mode in Dark Souls.
Okay, no, that's fucking
easy mode in like.
Have you saw that, right?
Yes, it's like
Dice to Gundyr once.
Why it needs to be an easy mode. Yeah, City Dark Souls is the best. Yeah. But it's like if you put an easy mode in Dark Souls, that defeats the point. Dark Souls that defeats the point. The way you play.
The whole point is
you learn.
You play. No, it's like you can determine the difficulty. It's like you pick your class, and some classes are easier. Like
especially in Dark Souls 1, like
and it just makes
with
it
kindling
like a
bonfires.
Yeah,
you know how that works, right?
You kindle a bonfire and you get more Estus.
You get more Estus, right? Because in Firelink Shrine you get your full, you get like 10, right? Yeah. But like by default in the other ones you get 5. But you can kindle bonfires with your humanity, which increases the amount of Estus that you got, which. If you do that, makes sections so much easier. Like, you can have double the Estus.
And
so you can go through an area, use 5, and you'll still have 5 for the boss.
And you can, there's an item you get after beating Pinwheel in the Catacombs. The Rite of Kindling, which lets you do it again. Does it double it again, or does it give it 5 more? I
don't even know.
I think it might give it 5 more.
It like
Estus charges, and then it just makes the best of the game with Joe.
The people that complain about Dark Souls being hard are people that are either terrible at video games.
They don't get the point.
Or B, they refuse to learn. And the people that refuse to learn mechanics and styles and like how to play a game while playing the game is just oh my god, it's infuriating.
Dude, if you just sword and shield your way through Dark Souls, like just knight it up. And just play it like generic, and like actually immerse yourself. That's another thing. Just fucking pay attention to what's going on.
Pay attention and
people that don't know where to go. It tells you.
Yeah, it tells you where to go.
It tells you where to go. Just listen.
They're really like Dark Souls is at a base level. The critical path, which is just kind of like the main way through the story. I explained this to Paddy last time. You weren't here, so. But like. If you could follow that critical path very, very easily. Yeah. Just listen to what's happening.
Yeah, if you think about it.
The game tells you everything you need to know.
If you were a real person and you were in that situation, do you think you would go to some guy, he would tell you where to go, and you'd be like, what? What was that? What was that? And you need to be reminded of it all the time? Mm-hmm. No, you'd pay attention.
Yeah,
that's the other... If you just immerse
skip
yourself...
through dialogue, oh my god. People that skip through important dialogue and then say, I don't know what I'm doing. It's there.
I hate it.
The voice acting's great in the game too.
Yeah, I hate it when people skip dialogue. It's just like, why'd you do that?
It's like I can understand. It's like you've already heard it, or maybe you already know what to do. Or it's like maybe you're replaying the game. That's acceptable to me. But like if you're going through the game the first time and a NPC is speaking to you, it's probably because either A, it's for just some environmental effect to make the game feel more alive, or B, it's important information that you should be listening to.
In Dark Souls 3, all the NPCs in Firelink Shrine tell you where to go. Yeah, you just go talk to them. They're like, you go to Farron's Keep.
Dude, Dark Souls 3 is easy.
I
don't know. I think the bosses are. I just don't like.
The bosses can be hard.
The first time, the bosses are harder.
It can be like mechanically difficult.
Yes,
I hate
Dark Souls 1.
Dancer. I'm just not. It's just like not the kind of style. I'm better at Pontiff Sullivan.
But it's like the same boss.
They're not the same. Pontiff does more side swings and stabs.
Sure. Whatever.
And they have like the same
Dancer
moveset.
does more sweeping attacks
and stabs.
No, she doesn't do that.
She does stabs.
I think Dancer's easier, but
no, Pontiff. It's like you can roll through and like under his attacks. You can roll under his swings. The Dancer you can't because she does low swings.
No, you can still roll through them. You'll just get hit because she does a circle.
You need to get to like behind her or shield up.
Also, Pontiff is hyper aggressive, so you know what he's doing.
I can see that.
I'll give
Dancer is kind of passive aggressive.
Dancer can like walk around. And
honestly, I think if you're just a raw strength build, Dancer is pretty easy. You just run around, hit her every now and then, and just hope that you're lucky. Because it's actually incredibly easy to hit her at a point where she just won't even retaliate, and you'll be like, oh, that was a free hit.
Yeah, like at the end of
Dancer
her,
has loads of free hits. She doesn't retaliate like half the time.
Yeah, Pontiff does.
Well, Pontiff his attacks are so easy to dodge.
Yeah, I know, but like he like if you hit him, he will swing back.
If you play it
Dancer sometimes
mechanically
just stands
smart, Pontiff can seem like easier. But if you play like a stupid person and just kind of run around and stuff, like Dancer is a breeze.
But the Pontiff has attacks that have clear windows for retaliation. Like where he jumps up in the air and slams down. If you dodge that, which is easy to dodge, you just roll when he's about to slam down. And
right.
And then you can get like 2 hits in. Yeah. And then you keep doing that. Then
Dancer has a couple where she like swings around at the end.
And then he goes into his second form.
Which isn't that hard.
And then when he does that, and you just hit him. And you can probably kill his illusion.
Yeah.
Before the animation's
done. He's also easier of an AI when his illusion's out.
If you know what's going on, like remember we fought Pontiff so many times for our first playthrough. Were you there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we fought him so many times, and then like we did it with somebody else, and we beat him on our first.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah, we beat him on our first try because it was like, okay, this guy's easy. Doing him by yourself is easier than we.
Like I've played through Dark Souls 3 now. Like what? I think I beat all the bosses and gone through like
another way to make Dark Souls easier. You just fucking summon phantoms.
Oh yeah,
like literally, you have people that will put their summon sign down and come help you if you're bad.
Okay.
Like
the thing about phantoms though, there's like a sweet spot for how many phantoms you want.
Oh, you should do 1 or 2 max. You should never do 3.
I mean, if you're playing
and then 2, I wouldn't do 2.
High Lord Wolnir was so much harder with like 4 people.
He just didn't die.
He's so easy to beat.
I beat him on my first try and my other play.
I beat him first try alone, and then with other people, he just lives for a bit too long.
And then what he does is he crawls up,
and then you get to a point where he does like an AOE attack that everyone dies from and can't do anything about.
Wait, it gets to a point where he pushes you against a wall.
Yeah. Well,
he can climb all the way up that. I thought he falls back down.
He keeps on walking forward or crawling.
I thought he falls down.
And you know how you can't like
down.
You can't like be behind him or anything.
Yeah.
Like that. And then you just get to a wall, and then he just vapes on you. and
he just rips the fat one.
And then you're just dead.
The High Lord.
The true High Lord.
That was the best.
That's a great meme.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I think that's what Dark Souls 1 is like the best at. Is like rewarding the it doesn't reward like mechanical skill that much. You know, like the 3 does. But like Dark Souls 1, it's Matthew Matosis talks about this. He says like it rewards a kind of like it rewards people who can just keep track of things and like actually immerse themselves and hold on to information and stuff like that. The game becomes incredibly easy if you put the majority of your focus on retaining information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is like...
And all kinds of information. Like, after you fight one enemy of a certain type, if you go, oh, okay, so that's that guy's moveset. And then you just apply it to every single other enemy. Oh, there are 2 of them? Whatever.
Because
I know how to do
they're
this.
Programmed the same.
Yeah.
It's the same entity just plopped into different areas.
Yeah.
What, in Dark Souls 3, what they do is... The enemies have so many... It might be Dark Souls 1 too. They have so many more moves.
No, I don't think... In 1, it's pretty predictable. In 2, I mean, I guess in 2, but in 3, there's a lot.
What?
Your dog?
No, my dog's alright. He just makes noises sometimes. In 3, yeah, I agree. There's a lot more moves and a lot more stuff to process, I guess.
I really hope the mic's picking this up.
Oh, that'd be great. I doubt it, though. Yeah. He just kind of makes noises and hangs out.
And smells
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
It smells awful.
Bad. Yeah, that's the one thing about Jacob's dog. It doesn't stink. You know, it eats your chicken fingers and slobbers in your drink.
Jacob's dog is kind of old.
We should have seen that. He
I was
ate
there.
my chicken fingers. I went back to grab more chicken fingers. I
you.
came back. I was like, please don't look up. And he looked up, and the glob of slobber just went straight into my Coke can. It was the most incredible thing I've seen in my life. And then,
dunked.
Yeah, it was disgusting. And I drank enough Coke, so I didn't want to get another one. It was like a little more than half.
We should change this podcast out of the game talks and life stories, because that's what it's becoming.
Well, that's podcasts.
I know, things just happen.
Commit to talking about like one specific thing, you know.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
That's what we tried to do. Remember, we had a list the first time we tried to do this crap.
Well, we were
and
just so more...
What points do we want to hit? We want to hit this, and this. So like,
I'm not gonna lie, I knew less about like how games are made and like designed back then, but I knew so much more like just random video game shit back then. Like I knew every single game that was coming out like whether it was good or bad, how much it was going to cost at launch, what platforms it was for, what the devs done before. I just knew so much more. I know a lot less, but that's just because I've admitted that the majority of games are bad.
There are a
and
lot
also
of bad video games.
indie has made it extremely hard to keep up with shit.
Yeah, there's so many indie developers out there, but like a lot of the indie games that are produced are pretty damn good.
I feel like a lot of them are really similar. I got mixed up.
There are a good amount that like kind of build off of each other.
My problem is that they're niche. Like my favorite AAA games are, they're specific, but they're not able to get the same level of polish out of it.
Yeah.
So I like Japanese games now that are made now because they're still like centralized. Like there's not a huge indie scene in Japan, at least in terms of stuff that gets to America.
Yeah, it also makes it easier to know what's good and bad because it's like a lot of games from, let's say, Atlas. It's gonna be like weeb shit.
Yeah. But you get like these fully fleshed out games like Nier, and I don't know. I just feel like the choices that you get from Japanese games are a lot more. Like, oh, dude, I was fucking playing Mario Kart for the Switch yesterday. Holy shit! It is a fucking complete game.
Is it?
Yeah.
You bought it?
No, Christian did. Kron did.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it though because it's fucking awesome. It's actually so good. And dude, it's like there are like 8 pre's to choose from, so it's like 8 times 4, whatever that is. It's 32. 32.
What's basic math?
There are like 32 maps. Or 32 tracks, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But, like, there are so many fucking carts to choose from, characters to choose from. There are weight classes. There are a shitload of items. It's just, like, a complete kart racer.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. The gameplay is so solid.
Yeah, I was gonna get that bundle I told you about, the $500 bundle.
Yep. Yeah.
I decided not to get it because it's, like, the shipping and handling and tax. Adds an extra 50 on.
Dude, I would argue that the new Mario Kart 8 is like more complete than Breath of the Wild, but I'm not sure about
Breath
that.
of the Wild is
Breath of the Wild is like really full.
It's really
full.
It is really
good.
Yeah.
That's like, that's a free roam game that has a lot in it, but it's not shallow.
Making you complete
because there's just
this is the fucking thing that irks me so much about people that trash on Breath of the Wild. Because they're so juvenile about it. They go, look, in Far Cry, there are these annoying satellite things that you have to get in order to discover the map, right? And that's in Breath of the Wild, too. So that means it's bad in Breath of the Wild. That doesn't mean it's bad
But it's
in Breath
not,
of the Wild.
though. It's handled so well.
They mix it up. Some of them are just extremely hard to get to. Some of them have puzzles that you need to solve in order to get into them.
Yeah.
I will argue that there are some things kind of grindy in Breath of the Wild that they could definitely improve on. The main quest line is kind of iffy in my mind.
It's kind of short.
It's extremely short. But
you just go to like the 4 different areas. And
at the same time, it's like probably the best sandbox game I played since Red Dead.
It's really,
it truly
really
does sandbox in the sense that you do things and you become familiar with what you can do, but you're still surprised by just things that happen. Mm-hmm. And, shrines are cool, and shrines are cool. I don't like people that... I don't like... Some of the criticisms for shrines are so silly. They'll be like, oh, the areas inside of them are the same thing. Super Bunny Hop did a bit. Like, he wasn't a fan of Breath of the Wild as much. He was like, it falls through the same pitfalls as a lot of the other sandbox games that are out right now. That's so easy for you to say, isn't it? It's so easy to go, oh, sandbox games aren't that great, right? Yeah. In general, they're not. The best ones are GTA, I guess, and like Metal Gear Solid 5. Those are like the only good ones in this.
I keep forgetting that Metal Gear Solid 5 is like sandbox, very open.
I think it hurts the pacing and like immersion to it. Like I get burnt out from playing that game way easier. But at the same time, that's like I said, that and Breath of the Wild are the only sandbox games that have impressed me since Red Dead.
Well, I want to play it really bad.
Which one? A Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
It's good.
Don't have access to a Switch, and I probably
we can play a little bit after this because I have my Switch.
it's okay. I want to play it from the beginning and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't want to. I don't really
I
like
was
experience,
impressed at how fucking different it is from any other Zelda game I played. Like, it just feels like you're playing a new game all over again, and you just explore it. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it looks like what is? I've said this before, but it looks like Miyazaki. Very, Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Not
guess.
the Dark Souls.
No, I know.
Not the Dark
I know.
Souls. It's
Yeah,
If
I-
you've seen Castle in the Sky,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's
it
very
doesn't get that
similar
feeling.
in the best way. It's like
I got that feeling from like Ni no Kuni,
I don't know.
but that's way more like JRPG
I still
It's-
haven't played that.
It's like
and less of an adventure.
with the Guardians. It's like the whole.
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
Yeah.
It is very just like totally like
I love the whole like overgrown ancient
mysterious.
technology.
Yeah, and like
I
mysterious.
love that's like my favorite thing ever. That's, like, my
Mysterious,
favorite thing.
unexplored lore. That's like, it's so cool when you first encounter a Guardian because the game's like, yeah, you can't fight that yet,
Yeah, and it's like this thing will kick your ass.
and it does if you try.
It's like that's my favorite thing ever. Just seeing like mysterious like artifacts and overgrown technology from like a long. Like,
Are you guys too
ancient
hot in here? I'm
It's
alright.
okay.
Hot for you.
You want any water?
Yeah, water sounds good.
Okay.
I've been thirsty. I had chocolate milk.
You
that's all.
thirsty?
Well,
You're a
I'm
thirsty
I'm a
little boy?
thirsty boy. Yeah. Give
Good
me some
chocolate
water.
milk at the deli. What'd you guys get?
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah. The only thing to get.
It was okay. I like my turkey club no mayo better.
Get
I mean-
the if you like turkey sandwiches, get the Hector there.
What's it got on it?
It's got turkey, bacon, I think, some cheese,
Look at the amalgamation
Ah,
that was
and,
made for
cheese.
me.
and cranberry sauce.
Get the amalgamation that was made for me. That's
The point
so
it's
good.
like
I like cranberries.
it's like the equivalent of like a Thanksgiving
Yeah, I s-
sandwich.
Yeah,
No, it's really good. It's really good.
I might just stick with the turkey. I've gone.
Give it a
very-
shot. You
Okay,
don't
I'll
really
give it a
taste
shot.
the cranberry that much.
Okay.
I'm
You just
telling
ask
it's
for
good.
it without it.
Ask for the no. It makes it very. It's very necessary.
You're
Okay.
very necessary. Got him.
Game talks where we
The
talk
game
about
talk.
Thank you,
foods.
baby.
Oh, talk about something in Breath of the Wild. The cooking is fucking.
The cooking,
awesome.
yeah.
The cooking is so great. in that
Yo,
game.
what a great transition that was.
Yeah. But that's a game that I'd say is like, yeah. That's probably my game of the year.
Yeah, they also do that.
Like
That
I mean,
whole-
there's a little while. What's
Like-
coming out this year that I'm excited for?
Splatoon 2?
Splatoon 2.
No. I don't like Splatoon.
I don't think there's anything that I'm really looking forward to right now.
I don't know what
Mario
else is coming
Kart
out.
Odyssey?
Mario Odyssey is. I don't think that's this year. I think that's
That's
January.
end of 2018.
Oh, so that might be.
Xenoblade
this-
2,
Yeah,
Oh, is that coming out this year?
end of 2017.
that's a kind of game I like more than a sandbox game. So that could become my favorite game of
We need to finish
2017.
Xenoblade.
What?
But you need to finish Xenoblade.
Oh yeah, I will.
Xenoblade 2 is the same composer that did the Xenoblade 1, right?
Like music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's Xenoblade Chronicles X. If you hear the soundtrack, it's like rap and shit.
The new one, the one for Wii U.
Yeah. It's like they got giant robots, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I looked at it. Doesn't really.
Dude, Xenoblade Chronicles is one
It's-
fucking good game.
I know. How far are you?
Not that far. Like I said, I'm in the same place I was before.
Which is where it's like they can't come back to.
Literally, they come back and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
The Mechon come back.
It gets so twisted and it's like.
That's another game with
there's-
that like
there are
ancient
arcs.
technology.
Yes. Yeah. I know.
I love that idea
Ancient.
that like technology
like.
and like like the idea that like computers became a thing before like something else.
No, it's like the whole idea
You know what
of
I mean?
ancients.
Yeah, that
Ancients.
too. Like, oh, it's
No,
like
but-
if the Mayans left behind some like robots or something.
No.
like
The
that.
whole
That'd be
idea.
kind of nuts.
It's cool because there's nothing like that that's happened in the world. There's no robots. There's no like when you think of technology, like computer technology.
That's all future stuff.
left
yeah.
behind.
There's no like
by
ancient
any
technology.
ancient civilizations. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's a lot of Miyazaki. Like he made 2 movies. One, his first movie was Castle in the Sky. In that movie, basically the story it shows you at the beginning. It's like everybody's like basically lives in a bunch of flying cities.
Uh-huh.
And then it shows like something happens, like a disaster, and then they like crash, and everyone has to live
Yeah.
on Earth, except there's like one city left.
Is that the
That's
castle?
Castle in the Sky. It was
Yeah.
apparently like the best one. It has like a super weapon. It's like the Death Star.
the Death Star.
It is the Death Star.
But,
and
like-
then there's another one called Nausicaa, which is it's also has that like really nice intro where it shows like there are these it like just shows like these blurry shapes of these like giant like fire giants. It's sort of hard to describe.
I know what you mean, but the point is that the lore behind it is really fucking interesting.
It is,
and it's presented in a really fucking interesting way.
You just need to see it. We need to see the movie. It's like
hold on.
As soon as possible. Like, I really want you to see that movie.
Okay. It's like that's one thing that games don't do well, in my opinion. They don't do the fact that you can have like lore behind a game and be interested. Like Dark Souls does that well.
A lot of games do that really well, and I really appreciate when it's done well.
Xenoblade does it well.
You know what does it the most subtle lore I've seen in my entire life? It's Monster Hunter.
It does it?
Yeah, there's this... Apparently there was something called, like, the equal dragon weapon. That was, like, a
okay.
Yeah. That's, like, you don't know anything. It's just, it's, like, some giant, like, Frankenstein thing. And that's... Monster Hunter is like that, too. It's, like, there's, like, ancient... There are, like, weapons that are, like... There's like, a gun.
Yeah.
It's, like... And for some reason, there's, like, all this ancient technology.
Yeah.
And it does dragon damage for some reason.
Yeah. That's a strong suit of Metal Gear Solid, actually. Like... the lore comes out in the plot, but it's so confusing and hard to grasp that it's presented like lore anyway. Because, lore in games should stay exactly like that. It should be lore.
Yeah, it should not be just, like, thrust into your face.
Exactly. It should be very subtle. It should be hard to learn about. Like, in my mind, I think the majority of stuff you learn about lore should be learned through... In fucking Dark Souls, you have to read item descriptions in order to find.
Yeah,
that's what Monster Hunter does.
Yeah.
That's
it does item
really cool.
It's difficult to do that. So you can go to a wiki, which is perfectly fine.
Because
the
like
devs
that
know,
has like all the
devs know that there's a wiki now. Like they account for that. They're glad that there's a wiki because it means people will go through the monotonous shit to find important things.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Like a lot of games do that lore thing, and like.
Yeah.
So I play Yu-Gi-Oh! We went over this, and there's an entire like booster set that came out that like in the card art it shows the story of like a fucking war, and it tells that lore through card art, which you don't have to like Yu-Gi-Oh! But I really appreciate the fact that like you can go through that and just like look at pictures of art and just like. This is a story, and it's like you can't even be thrust into your face.
Another thing, it's like I looked it up. This is bad. I looked it up.
It's chaotic.
This is chaotic.
Oh god.
I looked it up.
Yeah, here we go.
And in each like new set, the cards have like for like let's say I don't know what the green guy. What's his name? You don't know the green guy.
I don't know
the main character's guy.
Yeah,
I know.
His name's like Maxor or something like.
Maxor.
Yeah, they've got the worst name. There's one guy whose name is literally like Spider. That's spelled differently.
Spider.
This is like what you get when you have people who make games from
4Kids
from Europe. No, they're from like Chaotic was successful in like.
Chaotic was successful, and then 4Kids fucked
in
them.
Europe. In like I forget what country it was. But
it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Denmark.
Yeah, I think it was Denmark. It was Denmark.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
I was
just
totally guessing.
It was Denmark. I believe so.
You can look it up.
And
Google.
What they do is like they have the TV show, right? And events happen. They make like release a new set. Like there's the first one's like classic. Then there's one called Marillion Invasion.
Yep.
And then there's like they make a new edition of the card. It has like different art and it has like a title. Like that's. I just looked at it, and it's like some of the stuff is so cool. Like, I can't really think of any off the top of my head.
Defiance tried to do that.
I love how card games tell stories.
It's
really cool. Yeah, it tells
Defiance to fucking. Does Magic tell a story? I don't think so. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure there are like some subtle things.
Some 50-year-old guys like, oh yeah, dude, there's a full plot line.
I think there's like relations between the cards, but like from
Magic's been
what
going
I've
for
noticed,
so
like.
fucking long.
Like it's a really freaking old card.
Isn't Twitch giving it like new life? People can watch it.
Yeah, because you can watch it now. Yeah. Which is
actually wait. I don't know if we talked about this last episode, but I'm actually wrong. Yu-Gi-Oh, or if it was this episode, but I was actually wrong. Yu-Gi-Oh was not a card game first. Yu-Gi-Oh was a fucking manga first, or manga, whatever the fuck.
We just talked
and it was
about
like
that.
It was really
that was this one.
It was really like a really dark manga about like playing fucking like games where you take a knife and like stab through money into your hand is fucking dark. And then like the card game
Trap
showed
hole.
up.
Yeah.
You're wrong. The card game showed up randomly like
Have you
one
seen
issue got
the
super
image
popular.
for trap hole?
Trap hole.
Yeah, the trap card that's just like trap hole.
It's just a guy falling in a hole.
It's just a guy, like, it's just some weird fucking brown monster guy.
He's just like in a hole.
And he's just like looking up, like, ow.
Have you seen like
Like-
sticky? What is it called? Like it's like some green goblin
This
guy.
is the worst
and, like,
thing to
purple
bring
tar.
up in a fucking audio exclusive podcast.
No. It's a-
Yeah, let's put references and images in our SoundCloud thing, right?
Yeah.
That
so
works.
yeah, we can put in
No,
like.
I'm
Have you
not
seen
bothered.
like sticky tar pit? It's called something like that. It's a trap card. It's like some.
Oh, adhesion trap hole.
Yes, it's like a green goblin guy. And he's got his like face stuck in like.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
They're, like all the Yu-Gi-Oh trap cards have like goblin people.
That's all the trap holes.
Yeah,
They're
just
really funny.
random creatures that you're like, what the fuck is that? Like,
It's like,
like-
some like blobby looking.
Like Trap Tricks Trap Hole
Green
is
or
like
brown.
a green goblin guy stuck in a web of like fucking plant girl shit. Like
That's the other
there's
thing.
bottomless trap hole, which is a guy falling into a bottomless hole. They're so
I at least
great.
like Yu-Gi-Oh for being like weirdly unique in the sense that it just has fucking everything. Like it has
Yeah, so
goblins,
dumb.
it has fucking elephants, like mecha elephants, it has fucking labyrinth tanks.
It has
whatever the hell.
hydro-powered dinosaurs.
It has
It has-
bullshit.
It has
My
bunch
favorite
of
one
those.
is the orca with the water cannon. I like.
Oh, Fortress Whale.
that. Yeah.
I don't
That's a
like
Fortress Whale's
games.
a classic.
I don't like games that have like things everything else has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Witcher. You know,
Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher's
Oh,
like-
what does Witcher have? It has like drowners.
Oh, they're fish people.
That's, talk about a game that brings like the lore into your face. At least The Witcher 1 does that because you have to in order to do the quests, which is kind of interesting. But that's why I like The Witcher 1 because you actually do contracts in Witcher 1.
In Witcher, it's like you fight.
In Witcher 2,
One-
there are some contracts.
You fight one.
You're so good at being
Griffin.
a Witcher.
You fight one griffin. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only Griffin you fight. Do you know
I
that
don't
for
know.
a fact?
No,
Yeah.
you fight more griffins. Like also when you're playing a series.
That's a game I can't like criticize in depthly, but I can criticize it for making me lose my attention to it very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny part is I lost my attention for it after it opened up.
Like maybe it gets better. Like I honestly have no idea. I have not played that game to completion.
To be honest, I think it's a well-made game
Yeah,
to
but it
a
just,
certain extent. You know what I mean?
could-
But it is not grabbing to me whatsoever.
It's
It's like a fucking TV show.
It's
like
it's like a TV show. It is a TV show now.
yeah.
it just bores me. It's like
Yeah.
It's
There are
very.
so
it's
many
very,
games that do that,
It's
though.
so surface level. Like everything, it's like the
Yeah.
oils and stuff. It's like, oh, it makes you stronger against a monster.
Do you,
Okay, like you
Cool.
get it. Like, cool. Yeah. You-
It's not hard. That's a. All right.
Is
Sorry,
he all right?
but yeah, probably he might puke or something, but you know he's okay. This is
Not
a
on
good
my-
dog.
Not on my blue suede shoes that I don't own.
Do you usually blame games when they make you lose your attention? I usually blame the game. Sometimes I blame myself. Like what was a game? Divinity: Original Sin was a game I tried like 3 times now, and it's always lost my attention. But
There are
I
some
blame
games, like-
myself, not the game.
There are
No,
some
yeah.
games that
Because
I blame
that game
myself.
is very heavily like if you're big into D&D and stuff like that. Divinity like really resonates with people.
I
But
wanna-
like I like the idea of D&D, but I've never gotten into D&D.
I want to try D&D once.
There's a group of people who know a DM that's like around here that we could do. It's like one time I like tried doing like you never want to do D&D with people that don't know about D&D. Like
I have the books. I
Right,
got
but-
the books a couple years ago.
right,
for
but
some
you
reason.
don't want to be like exclusively with people that are new to D&D. Like that seems like a good idea. Like oh, well, I'll discover it together.
No,
but you
it
don't.
goes so slow.
'Cause no one
It
knows
goes
what
so
they're doing.
slow,
Yeah.
and also like you need someone who knows what they're doing because he knows what makes D&D good,
Yeah.
and not some fucking stupid thing.
I looked up adventures, and it's like I tried doing it once or twice. I looked up adventures. It was so went horribly slow because I'm just not good at rolling for people and like doing a lot of stuff really fast.
Yeah.
I'd
Dude, I had no idea the whole lawful evil, lawful good
You
thing
didn't- yeah,
was
I
from
had to explain
D&D.
that.
Yeah.
I thought that was some bullshit thing that people tried to
Like a-
characterize
like a star
themselves
sign-
as.
like
No,
signs.
no.
Yeah,
that's,
like
that's
I
a
thought it
D&D
was like,
thing.
oh, I'm a chaotic evil, and I was like, no, you're not.
You're not like a mass terrorist. Who are you?
But, and then,
You're not
I
a
mean,
goblin.
people would apply it to
You're not a
movies
green
and stuff
goblin.
like that,
It's
which
bugbears.
makes sense.
Bugbears are chaotic. Well, like
Yeah.
every bad thing.
Applying it to
is
movies
bad.
then like makes sense, but applying it to people doesn't. But I don't think people try to. I saw a great one. It was a political compass, but with that shit over the top of it. You know that political compass?
Yeah,
movie
with,
where
like-
it's just top left, top right.
How can, but that isn't that like more like a grid? Instead
It's a grid, but and then it just
It's like
it matches up not well at all. But
I mean, it works well when it's like cardinal points, but
yeah, it's just a funny
not cardinal
meme.
points.
Yeah, it's meta. You know what I mean?
funny meme.
I've got. I need to show you this at some point. Let me try. You guys keep. Let me try pulling this up.
Okay.
All right,
It's,
we've got one person googling something. What do we talk about? Quick.
I don't know. What have you been playing recently, Jeff?
What have I? Fury,
Fury's good.
Toho.
Fury's a
More
game
bullet hell.
that understands. I love how Fury on its own is not a good,
Here we go.
like,
Look at
well,
this
what is
shit.
that?
Read it.
Alright, you two talk.
Okay, so Fury, is it worth it?
Have you played Fury?
No.
Have you played any bullet hells before?
I feel like I have, but only Flash games though.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
Fury,
Not fucking real.
Fury kind of takes a different spin on bullet hell, where
Fury's good
It's-
because it mixes it up. The
Yeah.
individual mechanics of Fury are not good. That's
but
something I like to
combined,
say.
it's really good.
Like the fighting is one of the easiest things I've ever done. It's
Also-
you react to audio cues and you fucking press a button.
Yeah, but like that combined with everything else is just so awesome.
Yeah.
Also, the DLC fight,
Is it good?
I'd say it's worth $4.
It's only 4.
Yeah, because it adds something else after that I haven't played yet because I haven't played the game on Furier and
Yeah.
I'm bad. Also, you like if you're gonna play Fury, do it once on Fury mode and just like kind of like do whatever. Like if you just want to learn the game, but then play it on Furier every other time because that game becomes so much more of like
It becomes difficult,
It
but
becomes
it's still
more
a
of
little.
itself on Furier.
I don't think difficulty is what defines that game.
Well, it
I
isn't
think
necessarily
it's-
define it, but like the chain is like feels more like an
those
actual
those
boss.
devs really know their shit.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like make. You get the impression like obviously their bullet hells aren't as good as a game like Toho or something.
Well,
like that.
Toho is based specifically around the idea of
Exactly,
bullet hell,
but
and
the
your
point
hitbox
is
meant
they're
to
not
be-
they're not ignorant to that. They don't think
Yeah.
that Fury is the top of the line bullet hell game, and they don't think that the fighting is like super amazing. But they understand how you can pace these two mechanics around each other to make for something amazing.
Yeah, and like
I think it's one of the most interesting games, at least I played,
there's like
because it's so obvious how it's designed.
Yeah,
it's so
there's,
easy to analyze in that sense. It's not difficult to analyze. Fury.
yeah, but like even so, like they still made like they
And
did
it has flaws.
They made bosses that were still like based around that individual aspect of like the paddle samurai.
Yeah,
who
but
I
in
call
my
is
opinion,
specifically
those aren't good. Because they...
I actually really like that fight because like I feel like it fleshes out that specific mechanic of the game,
But
and
not
it
really.
brings it to play.
It's really easy.
It's
It's an easy fight.
but then like it does the ranged portion of it, and like the actual
that?
bullet hell portion. Yeah, the star is
Oh, the
completely
star.
ranged and like bullet hell.
Yeah, but I think that's the star's flaw as well. Like, I don't like the star that much. Like, you're just... The game becomes more frustrating, more annoying. You're fumbling the mechanics more when it does that. Instead, like, the game is at its best when you're just going through bosses and it's just switching back and forth from their bullet hell form to their melee form, and it's just just flows so well. And
That's
it feels,
why I really like the
feels
sniper.
great and immerses you. The sniper is one of the
I
best bosses
really,
ever made.
really like the sniper because it puts those 2 points together
Yeah.
so well.
So yeah, and it's a bot.
You should
It's a
you should
boss
play Fury.
only game.
You should play Fury.
How much
Fury's
is it?
20.
20 maybe.
I'll wait for it to go. It goes on sale.
It was on sale
Might as
recently
well.
for like 40%.
Oh, great.
I don't know when, but it was recent.
It's a good game.
Yeah,
I'm
I enjoy it.
interested
I
to see what they do next.
I hope they do more with it because
Could
that
be
one-
like a Hotline Miami thing where they just drop the ball.
that would really suck.
Is Hotline Miami 2 really bad?
Yeah.
I would not.
It
call
becomes
it really
a
bad.
trial and error game because
Well,
enemies
Hotline
are
Miami-
far out of your range.
Hotline Miami always a trial and
Hotline
error
Miami
game.
1.
No, because the thing is, in Hotline Miami, it's a trial and error game. but you can still see it before it happens. You know what I mean? That's the point. You can see enemies and the set piece you're about to step into before it happens, and it lets you kind of...
Some of them are out of range even when you, like, pan over.
In Hotline Miami too, yeah, they're extremely far away.
No, in 1 as well. But, like, it gives you time to react.
They do it so much more in 2. It's just so more annoying, and I don't know. I don't like it really at all. But I love Hotline Miami 1. That's a game that it just... You ever play a game and you just feel like it knows what it's doing?
Yeah.
Like
something that like really.
What's a game that doesn't do that?
What's a game that doesn't do that?
Yeah. Like games that people think are good, but like when you play it, just kind of feels really unfocused. I'd say a lot of underdeveloped sandbox games are like that.
Yeah.
I mean that's literally the problem with sandbox games. Because sandbox games should be like the ultimate game, right? But they always lack focus.
It's like you can have like it's nice, like you said, how Mario Kart 8's a complete game.
Yeah.
Because it's in a genre that's easy to complete. Like, not easy, but it's doable.
Exactly.
But you
need to focus it. That's the problem with GTA. It's in real life.
It's like unrealistic to assume that it's going to be like feel complete, like entirely complete, because it's
Grand Theft Auto game will never feel complete.
Yeah,
never. Like they will never make a fully complete Grand Theft Auto game. But if they make one, Red Dead can feel so much more complete. Like objectively, GTA 5 could have more mechanics, more things to do, more hours to spend in it.
Be less shallow.
But the point is when you're playing through it, the way you're thinking is it just feels like it's just shallow.
Yeah.
And the first time you play it, it's really interesting because, you're new to it and,
And it's something new and, like, it seems fun. And it is fun, but it's shallow fun.
The feeling wears off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't love Ocarina of Time. But one thing I really did like about it, it felt super coherent. Like,
it felt like it knew what it was doing.
Exactly. It was like everything to a T. It just...
Yeah.
Games that know what they want to accomplish and then accomplish it, they're successful because they do what they set out to do. But what the hell's the word? If you try to do more than what you're capable of,
that's what I really feel with online. Like GTA Online is just in fucking.
They tried to do too much.
Like I said, I can't think of a single facet of GTA Online that I actually would say is great.
They keep just.
They're all right.
They keep
adding
fun at first. Shallow content to it.
Yeah. And they keep doing it. They don't go back and flesh out the other stuff.
Just look at the stuff that the fucking NPCs say to you. Like, I understand it's difficult. Like, you're a silent character, and that's kind of, difficult to do. But it's actually some of the worst scripting and vocal performances I've ever heard. And these are characters that are good in the single-player campaign. It just goes to show they were so much more stretched for time. Well, Online came out after the game.
Did it?
Yeah, it was not available at launch online. And when it came out, it got crashed and all the time. And it's just,
oh my god, yeah.
It's one of the shakiest things Rockstar has ever done, and honestly, I hope they never do it again. I don't want them to try and make a fucking MMO in their game. I don't care.
Yeah, they did.
It's kind of like what Doom did. Only Doom's multiplayer didn't come out
Well, Doom's
multiplayer came out at the same time. It was just made
Doom
by
an MMO.
Team. No, but
But it's just a bad multiplayer.
That's a bad multiplayer experience.
I miss fucking AAA games that just for some reason have a multiplayer mode. I miss that.
That randomly have it.
Crisis.
That randomly
Crisis is a fucking
mode.
single player game, but it just has multiplayer in it. Why not? It's not perfect, but
do you know what I really? This is a new. This is not that new, but it's everyone jerking themselves off about how much they love single player games over multiplayer games. Multiplayer games, they're awful. They're the worst thing ever. Now it's just nice to sit down and play a single player game. It's nothing like that.
Because they don't want to associate themselves with the multiplayer community or whatever.
And yeah, I know, and it's just...
It's fine to like single player games. They're meant to give you immersion and an experience, and you're supposed to live through that experience. That's fine. Whatever. You're being immersed into a game. That's fine. But there's also just the mindless fun of some multiplayer games. You could hop in friggin' Halo and just have a friggin' blast.
Oh, Halo's amazing.
It's
Halo has a great campaign as well.
Yeah. Well, it's I'm saying Halo 3. It's you fucking... Or Halo 3 or Halo 2. It's you go in, you have a great time. That's what I like about,
quote-unquote, unnecessary multiplayers being tacked onto single-player games. Because, That just raises the bar for games that want to be amazing.
BioShock 2 as a multiplayer.
Wait, it's good. It's actually not bad.
Wait, that had a multiplayer? What the hell?
Yeah.
it did. It fucking did.
I think it's still up.
I kind of want to look into games that just have random multiplayers now because that sounds
I'm
amazing.
fucking telling you, they all did. Freedom Fighters multiplayer.
I don't know what that game is.
You don't remember that GameCube game by EA? Assassin's Creed. It ended up
Okay,
being
hang
multiplayer.
on. The only
Not at
memory,
first, but it felt. The point is that
like-
Assassin's Creed felt like we should make a multiplayer mode.
okay,
They put a lot of time and effort into it, so much so that
except
the
for the
campaign wasn't
Revelations
good.
one.
BioShock 2 multiplayer may still be up.
Dead Space 2 had a multiplayer.
Did it?
Yeah.
What the hell was the multiplayer?
You could play as the monsters.
Oh my god!
It wasn't great. But like I said, it's like, when's the last game that's came out that's just been this ultimate, like, the campaign's amazing, the multiplayer's
It just has a
amazing.
random multiplayer.
Like, but no, if you like Gears of War, like, the campaign is fucking awesome, but so is the multiplayer. They're both amazing things. Halo, amazing campaign, and also an amazing multiplayer. Call of Duty, some of them, the campaign's pretty solid. At least to a certain extent. And the multiplayer is, it's Call of Duty's multiplayer. Like, when did that stop?
So-
when did... is that a thing anymore? Do games
I feel like it
come out
totally
with
is a thing, but we
multiplayer?
just don't play the games.
I
That
don't
have
play
that.
those games. I mean, I don't play
Like
Call of Duty.
Doom
anymore.
tried to do it. Doom did try to do it, but like
That's what Doom was trying to do.
It should not have been done the way it was done, because if you're gonna develop a game, all aspects of the game should be made by a set team, and it doesn't matter how big that team is. Like they just had two separate teams. If they were working together, maybe not necessarily on the same thing, but if they were working together to create the same game in the same location, it would have been so much better because they can work off each other.
Yeah, they could.
But it didn't happen. They were like just working alone.
Because
and
I like
making their own
games
in the
that bring
engine.
a little bit of the elements of the multiplayer into the single player,
And vice versa. Yeah.
and that way the multiplayer becomes a lot easier to digest.
yeah.
There's something I don't like about GTA 5's multiplayers. It just feels so fucking different from the single player.
Like I've seen gameplay. I saw gameplay of the Doom multiplayer before I even played Doom,
Yeah.
and I had no idea what the game was. The Doom multiplayer does not look like the Doom single player. Like I guess art style wise, yes, it does.
The
Like engine
graphics
wise,
are different. And,
oh, the graphics, yeah. They
I
look
know what you mean.
similar, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Because they have to get rid of the motion blur because otherwise everyone would be vomiting.
Games are so fucking weird right now. Like there's no definitively biggest game anymore.
That's why
is there?
I've
Like,
been kind of like
you could think, like, I guess it might be some sports game, or maybe it's still Call of Duty, but I doubt it. But it's not by, like, that much of a market.
Call of Duty is still pretty popular.
Everyone fucking got Call of Duty, though, back in
The
day.
thing is, the only issue like
That was the thing. Like,
Maybe it's just like your audience. Like
I think it's the
Maybe.
internet. I think people they appeal to the... and Minecraft was big.
Minecraft.
That was
Minecraft was the game for a long time.
Yeah.
A long
It
That
was
is
really
the thing
huge.
to remember. Yeah.
It was
just because like
everyone played Minecraft.
Minecraft is a good example of a sandbox game because like it's shallow, but it's okay that it's shallow. That's a game that's like it's okay to just have surface entertainment because there's a lot to do.
And it
They
randomly
added
has...
all this. They added all this shit now.
And now they've added a lot of shit,
stuff
yeah.
that's just in the way from what you want to do.
Like I like adding mods. Like I talked about this before. Like there's this
Minecraft modding community is
mod
insane.
called like the architect, like the what's it called? The fossil and what's the word for it? It starts with an A, not anthropology.
I have no idea.
I
I
don't know
wasn't
what you're
really
talking
into Minecraft modding.
It's like I don't know the word. It's like a very basic word that talks about like old human civilizations.
Ancient.
No, it's like a study. It's like
Anthropology.
that's
the study of cultures.
yeah, but it's like
Agriculture.
no.
Let's not
Okay.
get hung
I
up
keep
on
thinking of-
English
I
words
keep thinking
here.
architecture, but it's not architecture. But it's like
Archipelago.
Just go into your wait.
look it up. All right, yeah, but that mod, they remade it. It's so cool. There's like tons of dinosaurs. There's like ancient temples. They're all rare. There's like a shipwreck,
Yeah.
and that stuff is so. And there's like you can unfreeze stuff. There's like
The
permafrost.
thing I love about Minecraft is that you can install one mod pack and play a specific version of like a specific type of game, uninstall it, and install a completely different mod pack and play a completely different game. With the same, it's the same base engine, but it's completely
blank
different.
slate.
Like, you can fucking play Pokemon in Minecraft, or you can go build rockets and fire them people.
Minecraft is just a very accessible engine.
Yeah.
At that point, you know what I mean?
Because it's coded in Java.
It's just,
Archaeology.
There it is.
wow, we're fucking.
We're dumb.
Archaeology.
Jesus.
I had to think of like the Civ, the Civ unit, the archaeologists.
Oh yeah.
That's what made me think of it. Like, what are they called?
Oh yeah, you get this now.
I don't use them.
Me neither.
I want. Yeah, that's in Civ 5.
Civ is another kind of game that like I can only play Civ in the summer.
I know.
You know
Because
what I mean?
you
Like,
need
I can't-
a long time.
Or like if it's like, okay, this weekend we're playing Civ, we're not going out, we're playing Civ.
Yeah, this is
you
a
know what I
Civ
mean?
time.
And we should do like a.
We should get a Civ game together. Not this week, but next week. Because I'm leaving for the weekend.
We could do tabletop night. I really still want to do tabletop night.
Yeah, but that's not a difficult thing to set up.
You're right,
Yeah.
it's not.
I want.
But I
want to play Cosmic Encounter.
I really just enjoy
Yes.
tabletop games. It's
Yeah.
like
You need to play. You need to play Cosmic.
I need to play Cosmic Encounter. But like
I think tabletop games and fighting games, when you don't use online, fall into this thing where it's like you are against a human opponent, but like you're very, very, very aware that it's a human opponent.
yeah, like
And
you
it's
can
so fucking cool because you can like manipulate them in way more ways.
because you actually can physically interact with them. You mind games.
Yeah.
I was playing Cosmic Encounter with my friends in college, and one of them won just because everyone was so tired. It was like, all right, be allies. Because like, he was like one away from getting. He needed 5 colonies to win. That's the point of the game. And he was one away from when he was like, hey, can I like ally with you? So if you ally with someone attacking and you win, you get to put a colony on the planet. And the person just forgot.
It's an
And they're like,
interesting
yeah,
thing.
sure.
In Melee, I've always found that like playing locally, not just because there's like a little bit of lag when you're doing it on net play, playing locally against someone that's right there. I mean, obviously you don't like I fucking hate the person I play against when it's on net because I don't see what they look like and I just fucking villainize the fuck out of them.
All you say when I hear you play Smash, I'm just like, oh, I'm Mars. I'm gonna switch to my other main Falco.
They could say they could be any character and I would fucking hate them for it.
yeah.
You know?
That's how I get the most
For
game. I get,
Glory, the same thing. Yeah.
yeah, I get so pissed at For Glory. I've like almost tossed my DS because of For Glory.
Yeah.
And I play Smash on the DS. I don't have a.
Playing Smash on the DS is like a torture upon yourself.
It is
because it's just
torture.
like,
It's like
why?
Yeah.
It's so small.
But that's like the thing. But like, not only is there a difference because when I play locally with someone, it's much easier for me to just have a good time and enjoy their company and stuff like that, and it's fine. But also, it's like the game itself just like plays out a little bit differently as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Maybe not like the top levels or whatever, but at my level, because nervousness takes in, your own. You're just, I don't know. It's different, but it's like better.
I also just find playing with people in person a lot more
Yeah.
fun than playing with people online.
Yeah.
Because like I can play.
Talk about like
like-
concrete downsides to PC gaming. So
Yeah.
you need to do LAN to play with people right there.
Well, like yeah.
And that like LANs are great. LANs are the fucking
Oh, yeah.
best. But
Yeah.
like
just chilling with some food and you just yell at
Yeah.
each other. And play.
Order 9 pizzas.
yeah.
Get stuck on two for 2
Nothing's
hours
better
deciding
than
what
that.
game
Our
to play.
Civ LAN was great.
Yeah.
We did it our first LAN at Daniel's. That was great.
I got this laptop partially like it has like nice stuff inside of it. Like partially because
does it now?
For a
GTX
laptop.
960.
Yeah, it's okay.
What do you mean that's okay?
That's really good.
It's 960M. You can't change it. It's bottlenecked by a fucking laptop
Oh,
processor.
yeah, you're right.
Laptops are just kind of. It has heating issues.
It's like they do that. They put an expensive.
They put an
They
expensive
just
graphics
put
card to
in-
sell it, and then it gets
They
bottlenecked by the
put in
shitty
things,
processor.
but they don't like actually do what you need to do in order
Value
to make
chain.
them good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Value chain.
But anyway, like part of my reasoning was like, oh, I can bring this to LAN party. But I don't know. There's a nice feeling of just bringing your desktop to a LAN
it's like
party.
satisfying. You've got your big box.
Also, we do it wrong. We don't actually use LAN.
yeah, we just like
Wire.
everyone gets on a Wi-Fi.
Everyone gets on their Wi-Fi and it's awful.
We should use the LAN.
That's difficult to set up, but we could do it.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Thing I would have in my house. It's just there's nowhere to do it at my house.
Ryan Berry had a nice setup for a little while.
Did he?
His LANs have been alright. get that table set. Like, cause his dad like knows about land. His dad fucking would like play Quake in his office, like
Really?
with his office. That's just like what they did. It was weird. About.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nowhere to host it.
But yeah, I do miss local multiplayer though.
Yeah.
Local.
But
That's why I joined the tabletop club, just because like
yeah,
play games with people.
because
Fun.
and it's nice you can get that out of tabletop games. Because I go and fucking play console games now, and like I can't play an FPS on console anymore. I can't do it. There's fucking delay on my TV and like, and
it's just a completely different experience.
and you can't aim well anymore. It's just such a pain in the ass to play a fucking shooter.
Yeah, after playing
On
like with
consoles.
mouse and keyboard for shooters,
sucks.
it's significantly different.
It just sucks.
The only reason it's like okay in GTA is because it freaking auto locks, which is bullshit.
I switch to keyboard and mouse when I aim and shoot in GTA. I don't even bother shooting at people.
I would.
using
I
the
just
controller.
don't want to learn the controls.
Yeah, you move.
Also, like most weekends I had game night at my dorm.
Yeah.
We wouldn't play like FPSs.
No, because it's
we would
just
play. What did we
Duck
play?
Game
We
and-
played Duck Game. We used to play Helldivers. That was crazy. Like we
Oh,
just went
what?
to the hardest difficulty.
That game
we were
is
like
so
cheering and
just-
you
stuff.
just run around.
Yeah,
dumb.
we were like the giant ass bugs, and like
That's a game that it's like I don't love Helldivers,
Yeah,
and I don't love what you have to do in order to beat it on the hard difficulties.
I can't bring myself
But
to hate
it's
that
still
game.
it's still like when you actually do it, it's like so fucking rewarding.
Yeah.
Like you're like, yeah.
That's a
You
very
fucking
rewarding
kill the
experience.
hostages that you have to rescue just so you can complete the mission. It's fucking hilarious.
what else do we play? We played this game called Gang Beasts.
Gang Beasts.
Gang
Yeah,
Beasts
I
is
heard about
really
it.
funny.
You used to look at the games
Yeah.
I'm playing. Yeah.
Yeah. I know
Gang
about Gang
Beasts.
Beasts.
We play. We played Broforce last time, and our sound broke.
I don't know what Broforce is like.
It's
Never
it's
played.
pretty boring. It's
Isn't it
keep
just like
running.
Castle Crashers, but like manly?
Castle Crashers is more fun.
I haven't fucking heard that game's name in forever.
Castle
I used to think
Crashers?
Castle
I played
Crashers
Castle
was so
Crashers.
in like depth. It had like so much depth to it.
Yeah, and then you play it like 8 times. You're
and
like,
then you
oh,
play
wait.
it again, and you're just like, wow, no, it doesn't. There's
Yeah,
just
we-
like weapons that are objectively better
There's
than
like
others.
90 poop jokes all over.
Yeah, I was like, you could do a magic build, or you could do an archery build, Who
Or you
fuck
could
does
just
an
do the
archery
best build.
or you can just do the objectively best one. I mean, magic's fun,
Yeah, we.
but then there's a character like you're not supposed to play certain characters if you want to do magic.
Yeah.
I think I was the poison guy.
Poison's like really good for magic, I think.
So is the freaking pink guy, right?
Yeah, I think
The guy who
not
shoots
the
rainbows.
electricity guy.
There's a
No, the
guy
one
who
who
shoots
shoots
rainbows.
rainbows.
There's a red guy who shoots electricity. There's a orange. There's a yellow guy who shoots fire. There's a blue guy who shoots ice, and a green guy who shoots.
Why does red shoot electricity and yellow shoots fire? Why is
Well-
that not backwards?
I don't know.
That's so not okay.
Because it's like, I never really liked yellow electricity. This is sort of a big tangent, but
We're
yellow-
like on a tangent, on a tangent, on a tangent right
but
now. We'll
that's
never
what,
come
that's
back.
what podcasts are. But yeah, blue electricity is cool. Yellow electricity is not cool.
That's just your big fucking Avatar fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say blue
exactly.
electricity is just like really hot fire. It's like, oh, Avatar.
That's just
That's
West
Avatar.
End.
It's so cool in Avatar. It's like the coolest. thing.
Electricity is pretty fucking cool because it's just like that's the kill move right there.
Yeah, you.
Like,
It's,
it
that
just
is a
is
kill
fucking
move.
Unless
like,
you're
straight
a-
in the- like,
Yeah,
it
unless
just
you're a
fucking gets gunned
badass.
down.
Yeah, it's like and only like 4 people can do it.
Yeah, it is cool. I like
Uh,
electricity and
Wait,
I like
in Avatar,
electricity
I thought
and
only like 2 people could do it in
touch
Avatar.
Jeffrey's
Oh.
I thought only 2 people could do it in Avatar. It's
No, it's
And
Uncle
Iroh can do
Aang
it.
can't do it.
Aang can't do it.
and
Iroh
He never
can
can do it?
He
No,
never learned.
he can't do it.
Oh.
It's Iroh can do it.
Zuko
Ozai
can
do it.
redirect it. He can't use it.
Aang can redirect it too.
Yeah, but they can't use it.
No, neither of them can use it.
And what the fuck's
Azula.
her name? Azula
Azula, the Fire Lord, Ozai, Iroh,
and Iroh. That's it.
3 people can do it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And then there's Combustion Man, who has the eye on his forehead.
yeah.
Oh right, that's in Korra. Wait.
Oh, that's also in Korra. It's somebody else with the same thing, but
Oh really?
in the original one, it was like a bounty hunter. He had a metal arm. And
Oh
he was tough.
yeah.
and he could basically.
The way he died.
Oh no, yeah, he blew himself up.
Because Toph is a badass.
No, it was Sokka.
Was
Sokka, he threw the boomerang and hit him in the thing.
I
And
thought
then he tried.
I thought Toph put the fucking cage on
That's
his
in
head.
Korra. Korra.
Is that in Korra?
Korra.
Oh yeah, that is in
Oh,
Korra.
that's so much more. It's in
yeah,
Korra.
it's so
The
badass.
first season of I don't really like Korra, but it's.
I love Korra. I think Korra's great.
I
The
never
first
watched
season
it.
ends with the murder suicide.
Oh.
Like they're on a boat, like we're gonna do great things, and the guy takes his brother, and he takes like an electric gun and puts it over the gas
oh my
canister,
god,
and they
that's
just blow up.
so insane.
Wow.
And then
That's fucking metal.
in the
It's metal as
in the
fuck.
third season, there's this like the person who shoots like, it's not even like a fire. It's hard to
Spoiler
describe.
alert.
It's like a sonic boom kind of. It's like makes like popping sounds as it goes. It's like really quiet.
Yeah, and then it makes
Yeah.
an
It's
explosion.
like
Awesome.
and then it like explodes.
If you were to be murdered, would you rather be murder-suicide or just murdered? Right? Like, that just means that guy, all he wanted to
Murders-
do was kill you, and then there
Murdered.
was nothing else he wanted.
Murdered. I'd
Yeah.
be murdered.
I would rather be murdered. If you think about it, like, murder-suicide, like, if you were, like, if you could think and, like, whatever afterwards, I'd be so fucking pissed at that guy for murder-suiciding me. Like, fuck you. Just kill yourself then. You know what I mean?
Leave me out of it.
Yeah.
I know.
Why does that matter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder suicide would be worse than getting murdered. If you could think about it after you died.
Could you imagine if like someone getting murder suicided and then just like being just kind of like slightly like peeved at it? It's
Yeah.
just like it's like, oh gosh, Tony. Oh, not this.
Wait, what?
I was gonna go get a piece of chocolate,
I'm
but
getting more water. Where's the water?
I mean, I think we're about done, to be honest.
You go for like 2 hours or something?
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
We started at like 12:30.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm pretty good with what's been talked about.
Yeah. A lot of tangents, but I guess
Yeah.
we gotta kind of get past that.
Yeah, this was So this was episode 2 of Game Talks.
Yeah.
We don't always talk about games.
Apparently
this
not,
is like
no.
It's a very like informal podcast. I don't know. In these first couple episodes, you know, I doubt any podcast ever goes in with a clear idea of what's going to happen.
Probably not.
Because they're at the end of their conversations, right? So
Yeah, they
whatever.
go wherever.
No point in talking about this now. Anyway, this is Game Talks. Yeah, whatever.